You are now listening to Nerd Rage Radio with Bobby Skullface and Adam Russman. This podcast is intended for mature audiences only and may not fit with your sensitive sensibilities. You may be a victim of meaningless outrage, or you may, in fact, be a big ninny pants. If this is the case, please feel free to turn it off now. This is no country for Ninny McNinny pants. So crack open the Mountain Dew. Make sure the cheese doodles are super fresh. We're in your mother's basement. It's Nerd Rage Radio.
Reunited and it feels so good. Reunited like I knew we would.
And we're back. Episode 190?
That's right.
Is it?
That's right.
God damn it, I got it right.
And also, I want to say, while we're on the subject of 190, we're 10 episodes away from episode 200, and it's going to be a special show.
I'll try to fit that in.
It's going to be a special event, but for the listeners, it will be a late show. So it will
late.
It will either be coming out Saturday night or Sunday morning, depending if I have to do any extracurricular editing.
We've been doing this for over 3 years. You can fucking deal with the late show, all right?
Yeah, one
I'm
late
just
show.
saying.
You'll be fine.
Well, I bet you there'll be some video content coming out of that, too.
No.
I hope so. I hope so.
Fine.
I hope there will be.
It's fine.
Get to debut my new mask.
You got a mask?
It's a cardboard.
That's right. No, it's not. It's a ridiculous Lucha Libre
I talked to Manny. He's going to try to make it.
Dude, what if we did Joe's mask as like a giant blue dolphin head and his mouth is the blowhole?
Oh, awful. I think I saw that in SeaWorld last time I was there.
Oh, man. Dude, you're going to have a monster of a nerd week.
I am.
So we're going to save you the last.
Yeah,
Save the best for last. Anyway, I want to talk about this great purchase I did on Amazon. Got me a 5-pack of compression socks, right?
Oh, I love compression socks.
But wait. You get one free, so that there's 6. Instead of
Are you telling me they compressed another pair in there?
That's right. Now, I'm not done. Normally $36, so that's $6 a pair, which isn't hateful for a nice pair of compression socks. Mm-hmm. Discounted $17.95, right? Mm-hmm. When you bought 2 packs, you got the 3rd pack for free.
Holy
my
shit.
God.
18 pairs of compression socks
Compressed into one box.
for
And you didn't even-
$36. Free next day shipping from Amazon.
And you didn't even tell him what you use them for.
No.
He heats them up
That's
and
right.
uses them as a warm compress.
There you go.
For open sores.
There you go. Like bullholes.
It pays for Amazon to not have to pay taxes, so you can pass on the savings
That's
to
right.
you.
That's right. Don't complain about it, Joe. Don't be
I'm
that.
not.
Don't be that guy.
Saying, passing the savings on to you.
Don't be that guy.
So when we're starting a Bubba Short quartet,
I mean, that wasn't hateful.
I remember I told Brutus one time that that I didn't shop at Walmart, and he was like, "Oh well, more low prices for me, motherfucker."
Dude, I've been talking to my brother here a lot recently.
Uh-huh.
He's funny as fuck. He desperately wants to come through one of these days and be on the show.
Yeah, definitely, man.
So he's quite the madman.
Dude, we'll get my brother. We'll fucking do some rails. Fucking get fucked up.
Dude, if we had some hookers, it'll be perfect.
Yeah.
It'll be like Mom's house.
Kick this party up a notch.
So it's funny, like, so this is the first year I've been a supervisor to other supervisors, and I just got my first other supervisor who complained about his rating and wants me to review it and up it. I'm like, come on, man.
That's not right. That's not how reviews work.
It's not being a bitch.
That's not how shit works.
Wait a minute. So one of your subordinates?
One of my subordinates who's also a supervisor, he's not happy with the rating I gave him.
Oh, you gave him.
Yeah.
You give him a trash rating?
No, I gave him a decent rating.
He wants better.
But like,
He wanted a stellar rating.
he wanted a stellar rating, and he's lucky he didn't get a bad rating.
Let's say it's a 1 out of 5. What did you give him?
I gave him a 4.3.
I'll take that.
that's
Way.
I'm sorry, 4.2.
Okay, what was the average that you gave out?
Um,
Higher or lower than that?
Lower.
Okay, then he just needs to shut the fuck
fuck
up.
Yeah,
up.
yeah, I concur. I concur.
Do you concur?
He's actually not a bad dude. He's a good dude, but he if there's some shit that floats around, he can't help but stick his dick in it. Right? Quite literally.
It always makes me think about Eddie Murphy talking about Bill Cosby to Richard Pryor, and Richard Pryor's like, Eddie, you tell that motherfucker I said suck my dick. That's just a crazy thing. Can you imagine telling somebody else like, as a matter of fact, suck Pryor's dick?
So for my nerd week, I didn't really do much. Painted 2 models, Constantine and Valdor. I'm gonna pass. Hey Joe, what do you think about this gold?
Nice.
Nice. That meet your needs?
Yeah.
Not too highlighted.
No, this bird is too big.
That is a big old bird.
Is it?
It's a lot of flair on that guy.
And the lion head. Like, what's up with the
That's
shoulder?
a lot of
not
flair.
my
So let me
bird.
go ahead and say this. I'm okay with that bird.
My bird.
Like that bird?
I
You're
like
about
that
the bird game.
I'm okay.
That's not
bro,
my
You like a
bird.
good bird game.
Dude, I love bird gang.
Dude, look at that.
Dipset?
What about the other side? The big old fucking
I
lion
love-
just heading off of it.
I
It's,
love
it's
Iron
not a
Man
lion.
too,
It's like a.
because of
It's
the
like
bird.
It's a horned.
I got a bone to
alien.
pick with you, too. I got a bone to pick with you.
With
should
me
we pick?
directly?
Yeah, should we pick it today?
He's coming
Should we pick-
directly
yeah.
at me. Sure.
I'm not giving you any more feedback on your dioramas ever again.
I knew you were salty about that.
All I'm
I
gonna
knew you
do.
were
All I'm
salty.
gonna do. It looks fantastic. I
What
love
happened?
it. All I'm gonna do from now on is say it looks great. Look, so here's the thing.
Did he not like your review?
No,
He asked for
no,
the-
look, everything that Chris does, I think looks great.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I offer,
I said that first tree, man. That first tree was trash.
Yeah, the first tree was trash. You're right.
What's black?
Okay.
That was a long time ago, though.
yeah, but I'm also comparing it to Laura's tree, which we all know is just
Sure. I mean, I'll never compare to Laura.
But like, so every time you ask for feedback, I'm just trying to take something that's great and heighten it. But every time I do it, you're like. You're like not feeling it at all. Like you're like he did this the
Alamo.
the other one that
The Alamo.
other one that just in mind though, he did this Luke sitting on the Octu cave thing, right?
Okay.
And he was like what do we got? What do we think? And I was like looks great. Imagine if you put like as a detail if it's sitting in the middle. Imagine you put like a layer of cotton and like kind of like painted the cotton
Oh,
with like
the
clouds
clouds.
and it's
Yeah.
like above the clouds.
yeah.
And he was like, my customer's happy. Okay.
You know
all
what?
right.
You know what? For a big dude, I'm wondering if he's a little sensitive.
Well, you know,
Because you
big-
know what?
So just talking proproportions.
Yeah.
The heart has to be just as big.
There it is.
That's right.
There it is.
So
I might be the Grinch, though.
So then,
Yeah.
just the other day, he was like, he posted the Alamo thing, which
Yeah.
looks great
Amazing,
per
yeah.
usual.
Yeah.
And he said, Adam, and you got anything? Like you have anything? I took it as you have anything to suggest or add, and you didn't really have much. So I was like,
I just said, everybody knows there's no basement in Alamo.
Yes. So in my head, I was like, well, maybe he's looking for a little bit to spice it up. And I was like, well, what are we doing here? And so he showed me the pictures. I'm looking at the picture. I'm like, oh, the potted plants, like a little green. It does add something.
Yeah.
I was like, you might want to think about potted plants. He's like, potted plants, LOL. And then, and he,
Like, just like that,
And he
huh?
spelled it out, EL-OH-EL. And then he was like, I think we'll go with that, or some.
Nope,
I was like,
I
okay,
said
man, I'm sorry.
exactly what I said. Is I'm pretty sure the figures the client will be putting in there won't be earth tone.
Oh, there we go. All right.
Not sassy at all.
So from now on,
So do you want constructive criticism?
he
Or he
does
wants
not.
to shut the
He-
fuck
he-
up.
he-
Yeah, I think he
he
thinks
wants-
he.
hang
I think
on.
he thinks he
No,
does.
he wants
I
to-
think he thinks he does.
I don't
Thumbs
even-
up,
I don't
just a
even know
thumbs
if-
up.
I don't even know if he'll accept the big thumb anymore.
I know.
No, I want.
We might have to change the symbol to the hot fire. You know, the big fire. That's hot fire.
You got to remember,
And light bulbs.
the majority of the time I'm building these structures to send to people, they can do whatever they want with them. I'm not dressing them most of the time.
All right.
That-
calm
and
down.
that's it.
Don't
and,
yell at me.
And truthfully, the reason I ask Adam that is to avoid later. You know what you should have done.
Oh, okay.
That's my preemptive strike at Adam.
Wow.
What else?
Wow.
And I did a dry brush after.
Hey,
also.
you know what? You know what, Chris?
What's that?
You're welcome.
you.
Because your game is just going through the roof.
I will
Can
say.
you imagine if that criticism wasn't given to you at an early stage? Your shit would be fucking
And
trash.
then-
right now.
You are the should have done guy, but you should have done. You are. But your should have dones are always like I'm like
Should have
dude,
fucked that nun. You should have just done.
It's like, dude, I just finished this new room for the basement. It's got plenty of outlets. I got a little section here. It's like, oh, you didn't get the grandfather clock that you open it up and you walk through the secret passage to the. Well, no, I didn't do that. It's like, you probably should. I mean, have you seen the sites that do it? And I've also learned another. I was thinking about this on.
Here we go.
I was thinking about this.
It's going to be one of those.
No. I'm gonna have a fucking good vibe today. I was thinking about this on the way back on my airplane while I was trying not to think about crashing in a fiery death.
Was it that bad?
For me, it is.
Spirit.
Oh, well, look, I'm a fucking like every time there's like a little bit of turbulence. I'm like looking over the kids like, it's okay if you want to hold me. They're like, shut up, pussy. Like, we're fine. It's a little bit of turbulence. And I'm like, oh God. I'm not, but, so I was saying this, that, another thing I was thinking about it in my head, trying to keep my mind off the flight. And I was like, one of the things you were like, I've learned how to deal with Bobby with the kid gloves, with certain situations, how you do. And I was like, dude, I thought of something that I have done too, and that I haven't even thought of consciously, is that a lot of times you like want to do projects, and some of the projects are huge, but like you don't take into consideration that you don't have time to do these projects.
Okay.
So like a lot of times you'd be like, dude, we should do X, Y, and Z. And before I'd be like, well, we just don't have the time. Like you're gonna be like, no, we'll get together, we'll do the X, Y, and Z. And they're like, but what's your schedule like this? Well, not this week. But you know what I mean. But what I have started doing is like, 'cause I'm listening back, I'm still doing the greatest hits thing. What I've started doing is you're like, dude, we should do it. I'm like, yeah, man, let's do it. And you're like, yeah, and we just move on.
There you go. There you go. I was literally thinking about trucking with the light before we came over here.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm like, damn, fucking masks.
Yeah.
What if we get you one of these masks?
Well, I think I could roll
One
it
of
up
these
for just the
masks.
lower part.
Maybe.
You know?
Maybe.
Anyway.
Because there's some bomb ass wings I want to have, and it's like heavy shit.
Still got to
on
do
the
a
A-roll
fries
side.
episode.
Would you say they're a bomb ass wing?
PTSD.
Dude, I'm kind of mad that
People-
you did,
people
I'm
don't
kinda
know
mad
what that
you did it
means.
without me. Kind of mad you did it without
People
me.
won't know what that means unless they're on Patreon.
I was kind of looking for something to do to pass the time.
It's fine. It's fine.
That's a shoot.
But the no, it really wasn't. It really wasn't. So where do we go? Where do we?
Adam was talking about
Yeah, just finished that. It's been busy. Pam's parents were here. We've been watching some hockey. Little Caps.
Oh
Hockey
yeah,
going on.
I saw you went out.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fun. That's about it, man. My nerve week has been dumb. It's not even been trash. It's just dumb.
Stupid.
Actually, Joe came over and I painted some knee pads.
Yep.
Whoa.
What?
Were they pretty thin?
They were red.
They've been
They were red.
worn.
Red knee pads.
Yeah, and am I weathering them now? Do you want me to weather them?
Yeah, they look
okay.
good. They
All
look
right.
good.
All right.
With the silver ribbon.
I'm just scared. I'm
the
scared.
the joints, silver joints.
Joe will have me replaced. No time flat. That's pretty much
It's
it.
not it's,
By an English gentleman.
Yeah,
Or supplemented.
side.
But what if they never got to that guy? What if they're still in Jamaica right
Dude,
now?
he has a side painter. He grew up with a side grandma, and he's got a side painter.
I didn't grow up with
Dude,
a side. I
side
didn't find out
grandma.
my fucking side grandma.
Side grandma.
I was fucking 30-something years old when I found out my side grandma.
Dude, what if we had should have said, let me introduce you to my side grandma?
Dude, so somebody hit us up privately and said, like it was a Patreon request, and they were like, "What if we did like T-shirt designs from one of those things like TeePublic or whatever, where you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like just offered those as incentives for the Patreon folks if they wanted, you know what I mean, at cost or whatever, but just came up with little designs and you know, and then we could watch kind of the landscape, and if one fired off, then we could be like, okay, we might want to do a run of this.
Not a bad idea.
No,
We'll do it next week.
All right, cool.
That also sounds just like the T-shirt idea I pitched about 6 weeks ago, but that's fine. We'll let the Patreon run with it.
But did you throw in the exclusive thing?
I mean, you can make anything exclusive.
That's true.
That's an exclusive coffee mug you
I
have.
feel like
This is an exclusive tank top I have.
your feedback from now on is going to be exclusive.
There's only 2 of this shirt in existence.
Oh, really?
So it's exclusive in this size.
That's 10 of these, and I have them all.
That's insane to me.
Big facts, limited run. They're all numbered on the back.
I think there's something else.
I should have had you sign one. I can bring one back.
When did we last record?
You guys were last
Wednesday.
week.
You guys did Tuesday. You
No,
did
it was
Tuesday.
It was Tuesday.
It was Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Because I listened Tuesday night.
I can't remember.
It was Tuesday because as soon as I left here, I had that little salad, and then I went to the fucking airport. Well, I went to we did the park sleep fly bit of business.
Oh.
Amazing.
You slept in the car?
No. I can see how that's misleading. These hotels that are by airports, some of them are offering this deal now called Park Sleep Fly. So you go to the hotel, you park, you go into the hotel, you check in, you sleep. They take you in a shuttle to the airport the next morning. When you get back, you call them from the airport. They send the shuttle to you, bring you back to your car, parked in the hotel parking lot.
That is
that's
fucking
awesome.
awesome.
It's
How much is
fucking
that?
amazing. It's only like $100.
That's fucking awesome. I mean, I guess longer would be longer, right?
So
I
you
mean,
would have
more.
paid.
I don't know.
It's if you want to park in the garage at
like-
PWI, it's $12 a day.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but then you still got to worry about like lugging your fucking luggage all the way to, you know what I mean? It was like, and then
That sounds
also
redundant for some reason.
there's a shuttle to the park garage, but
and then also like early ass flight. I would have to wake
Sure.
the kids up at like 3
Well, yeah,
o'clock
that
in the
is- that
morning,
is a
and
good
you know
thing.
what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. How'd they do on the airplane?
Oh, much better than me. I told you they were giving comfort.
What about through security?
They're putting cold compresses on my forehead. They did fine. You know, kids don't have to take their shoes off, which was interesting because they all had their shoes off, like ready to go through the fucking
You know, bombs.
ordeal.
You can't make bombs in baby shoes.
They're like, oh, there's a
Yes,
little
you can,
bombs.
Joe.
They would fuck up the spirit.
did you know if an adult has the TSA pre-check that your kids automatically get it as well? I found that
Yeah.
out last time I flew with the kids.
I got the pre-check.
Way to tell everyone about a security loophole, bro.
It's not a security loophole. It's just I didn't know that because
Now the terrorists are gonna
Exactly.
win.
Now the terrorists are going to get the kids.
Mission success.
Watch out for them young ones.
But yeah. So continue.
Okay. I can't remember. I'm sure it'll come to me. It's been a fucking. It's the end of our rating cycle or whatever, so it's been a pain in the fucking dick.
So is it like November sweeps? Is that what it's like? The rating?
I don't know what that means.
November sweeps
Maybe.
is when broadcast television used to show all the big specials and stuff to get the ratings up.
Television.
Yeah.
Television.
How about you, Joe? What's going on with in your world?
So I came over and hang out. That was awesome. As soon as your family came home, I booked it.
Yeah, Joe hates my family.
I
bro.
don't.
Hates my family.
I feel awkward as fuck because like they come home.
Because you don't come over enough.
Well, I come
Now
home
I'm going to use this voice.
and then we're hanging.
All right? I think it's going to make a bigger point. God.
That's your sitcom voice, dude.
I just feel like I'm in the way when they
Everybody
come home.
loves Adam.
I did find out something, but I don't know if I can talk about it on this.
Okay.
You got to push pause.
Okay.
They fucking missed out.
I know, right? It's like, God damn it.
So
Putting that on every fucking application ever.
we're back.
Yep.
So yeah, because like your family comes home and your daughter comes down, they want to see you. They give you a hug and say hi, and then wants to hang out with you, and then you go up, and then I'm like, I should go home now.
Like he's like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, and then boom, he's gone. I'm like, hey, Joe, I'll give you a high
He's
five.
like, I'll be right back, and I'll be coming upstairs with my box all packed up.
All of a sudden, Adam's front door is replaced with the two old Western doors. Like,
Oh, I do have a story now. Funny you said that because that's what fucking happened.
Okay.
All right. So
Did you break his door?
yes, Joe broke my
Replace
door.
it.
He fucking just knocked it right open. So my in-laws came over. We had this crazy weather while you were gone. I should have came over here and made sure the
The
basement
weather was
Yeah,
crazy.
It was.
I brought the tornadoes from Alabama.
I didn't know what to do. The weather
you
was so
from?
crazy. And so
The wind and the rain.
the drainage in my cul-de-sac got plugged up.
Oh, I saw that
saw
picture.
that
That's
picture.
And like
crazy.
the water, it got twice as bad. The water was going all the way up. It's like coming into my yard and everything. My next door neighbor, who's like settling on our house in like 2 weeks, Joe could have bought the house, but he slept on it. So now he's got a little ass house. We have a big ass house.
Well, I
Space
don't have
for
a
all
house
of
where
his
it's
toys.
flooding.
Space with all his toys.
Yet.
Right? So and she's like, 22 years she lived here. This never happened before. And like, anyway, so they called all this other motherfuckers. Nobody did anything about it. It eventually kind of drained itself, and they came in there and they pulled out the shit, and it's fine. But at 2:00 in the morning
Was
when
there
I
a
woke
woodland,
up,
like a woodland creature trapped down there?
no, just leaves.
Please. It's not very exciting.
No. But the exciting bit is when I came downstairs
Leave me
at
alone,
2:00
right?
in the morning, it had been raining all night, my front door wide open all night long since 10:41. I know that because that's what the alarm system said. I was fucking just, looking around the house and everything, and I was almost late for work, which I'm never late for work because I get there like an hour early every day because we were mopping up the foyer and the rug that had been absorbing the rainwater that was coming in. I was so fucking mad, man.
Did the floor get wet?
Oh, yeah.
Severely wet?
I mean,
Like warped wet?
it didn't warp.
Good.
And I don't know if that's just because there wasn't enough time yet or not enough water, or the rug that was there just soaked it up.
Yeah.
Oh, I was so
How
fucking
did you
pissed.
how did you
I looked right at my wife. I was like, this is not going to be very flattering on your annual review.
Oh my god!
Wow.
because
4.0.
because the doors, because she won't fucking lock the doors. Like, I got to go around and lock all the doors. But like, her dad was here, so he had to go out and move his fucking car because of the water. Because heaven forbid, fucking water touches tires. And when they came back in, they didn't lock the door. And like that
It just
door,
flew
you
open.
really got to push it shut.
Yeah, to
He's
get a
like,
latch.
two
Yeah.
things I don't do: underwear and water on my tires.
No, put pants on.
Oh, pants. I'm sorry. That's my
Just
Pants.
underwear.
Oh, my gosh.
That was wild.
You know what's funny though? Since we've moved him upstairs in my daughter's room, because that other room is occupado, he doesn't walk around in his underwear anymore. He used to just go downstairs and like read in there, but he doesn't go upstairs and read. You know what I mean? So anyway, and that was a bad day. It was a bad something. Oh, and then like the garage door wouldn't open, and then I couldn't get it to close, so the kids were fucking with the garage door. And my wife's like, I come back inside to like close the garage, and he's like, "What's going on?" It's like, nobody's allowed in the garage ever, ever. Do you understand me? So it was bad. Divorce.
Yeah, so you're not getting a house in the neighborhood. I need a new house.
Well, Joe, I mean, you only got 3 more months of working nonstop without a break, and you can pay your house off.
4
so.
years.
It'll seem like 3 months.
That is no.
Your hair will be gray and falling out.
That is fucking short. 4
You'll be
years.
fat and
no
flabby.
mortgage. But yeah, I'm looking into actually a job and possibly moving. So we'll
Really?
see.
Where?
Yeah, in Baltimore.
Really?
Yeah. Well, outskirts of Baltimore, Parksville, around Parksville,
Parks villains.
Parks and Rec.
How far away is that from here?
I don't know. It's an hour away from my house now.
50 minutes.
But
55 minutes.
I would be like somewhere. I would try to move somewhere between here and there. And yeah,
So Mount Airy.
maybe.
It's a beautiful
Swing
town.
by Chris's house.
I need
for one.
big house, little yard.
Well, all
There's
that
a
big
house on my
doctor.
street that's for sale. It's like a 118-year-old.
He doesn't know
woman.
where your house is.
That's right, but it's it's about 20 minutes from here.
It's not. It's like 30 minutes from here.
It's as long as it's not farther from work. Oh, I need to get this job first. We'll see.
So just a single job, just one job.
One job. Oh, well, I
Just
still,
one
I was
job.
still working my other. I have 2 jobs now.
See,
One job with many locations. I'm
you
going to condense all those
do you-
locations
do
into
you
one.
see?
Am on.
I'm
Do
the
you
paper
see?
boy, the bus boy, the
Do you see?
luggage boy, the bag boy, the bell boy. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know.
No, a bit. No, but I've been trying to be more positive about life.
No, you have.
I like it.
Yeah, it's
Put
good.
I
more
love
positive
it.
out in the world.
I want some more of it.
It's like fake it to me. Even if I don't feel good, just put the fucking positive energy out there.
That's right. That's how we do it.
And 3 days after I decided that is when my package showed up in the UK.
See,
See?
sign from God.
And then 2 days after that is when this position opened up.
Look at that, man.
Returns on investment.
It's fucking crazy.
you-
It's probably
Joe?
coincidence because that's
Hey,
I don't
Joe,
believe in
there's a
fucking
little book.
Jesus.
There's a little book called The
Got to get
Secret. The
Joe,
Secrets.
hold, is he okay? Joe just dropped dead, everybody.
Yeah, I'm not big on Jesus, but it's,
Hey, Joe.
If it's
Hey, Joe.
if it's working, it's working.
He's big on you.
So that
Don't get one?
I thought you were just like doing a little
Yeah.
laughing. There was a cosplayer at Baltimore Comic Con that went around as Jesus.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of those nowadays.
My buddy JR went up to him and was like, Jesus, I'm a big fan of yours. And he was like, no, I'm a big fan of yours.
That's perfect.
Wow.
Yeah, be in character. So my package showed up in UK.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say big shout out to Alex, being both of Alex and old dumb Chris. Like they, as soon as they
glad
found out what
that's
happened, like they offered to like replace my shit. I was like, wow, like we're not even that close. When we have,
See? Community, Joe.
I never said anything wrong with community, but I was very,
And it's
Surprised
old,
and
it's old dumbass Chris.
yeah, old dumb. Chris.
Did you reject?
Yeah, I mean,
Did they say, I'm afraid this isn't necessary?
But this guy started painting my stuff like 4 days ago, and he's done like 40 out of 60 guys, and they look fucking
God damn.
great.
That's fucking a lot.
Nice.
But I'm not replacing you. See, I'm giving him my
Dude, it's-
troops.
Supplementing.
It's fine.
I'm
Fine.
exactly
Fine.
supplementing
Fine.
is the word. I'm
Fine
you're still
with it.
doing all my characters and my vehicles.
I just hope they're not better than mine.
Dude, if they are.
They're-
What if you see him and you're
It's funny. I was already looking at one like that looks like some blowback from the airbrush.
I'm like, Adam, how can you not say anything? Licking your lips over and over again.
No, I do really like that the jetpack glow effect. I'm like, I don't do that, but I'm a big fan.
It's a personal choice.
No,
I feel
I
better
it's
looking-
an artistic choice.
I fuck it up when I do it. I fuck it up.
I'm more into like the better looking styles or whatever, but like,
You know what he could have done?
You know what he should do? A little white.
I like the more realistic, gritty,
but
real world look. It's fine if you want to look cartoony.
To be honest, like 100% serious, I would rather all my stuff look like yours, the one you painted for me. But you just don't have the time. Like you can't knock out.
We
like,
do it next week. You do need to bring me that shoulder pad though.
oh, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So nobody can knock out. I didn't know people can
fuck
knock
are
out
you boys
that many
doing?
stuff. Still playing Skyrim. We're super hooked into it. I've been having real since the positivity thing, like relationships. Not that my relationship was ever bad, but like she seems happier.
Wow.
Like we're just fucking doing better. We're going out for fucking walks, and I hate going outside.
dude.
Fucking.
Are you taking the cats on leashes?
Sometimes we try. They're not used to it yet. They like fucking crawl on their fucking bellies and rub their nuts on the floor.
You guys want to be white so bad.
Dude, she's half. I'm jealous.
Oh,
I'm 1/8 Portuguese, but that doesn't do shit for me. It's not white.
Yeah, it is.
But did my first muscle up ever? Did a human flag for like 5
man.
seconds? That was fucking
That's
crazy.
wild,
I
dude.
didn't know I could do those things.
I didn't know anybody could do those things.
You know someone real?
So you're gonna add the muscle ups
I
into
thought it
your
was some
routine.
Photoshop shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna try
Those
and
are
do
bad.
reps.
I think it hurts your shoulders though, right?
No, you do them right.
All right. I trust you.
Like the dragon flag. I mean, the human flag is worse because it's like pouring.
Oh, maybe that's what. Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, I hope I can keep this.
I want
up.
to see you be able to do it and then blowing the breeze.
I'm trying to. That's what I'm going to work on.
No, now the joke doesn't work, does it?
Yeah, they do that. I don't know.
Dude, that fucking Robert D.
Yeah, that's what happens when Chris farts next to the joke.
That was a nice Chris.
That was like 10 minutes after I posted that shit.
He was right on top of it.
Robert doesn't let a whole lot
He's
of grass grow on his feet.
Flatulent shaming, and I don't approve of it.
Okay.
It should have been the deluxe breaking news.
Yeah.
'Cause he's known for that shit.
Absolutely.
I think he hit the Shattercast chat up with "This is what happens when Deluxe farts" too. Like he had like a
okay.
whole bunch lined up.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's kind of like in every market, like the Marvel movies, the little nods. Robert has a different scene for every group chat.
Does Robert do any work at his job?
No,
I don't think so.
No,
He's got some paralegal
Yes,
that does
hey,
everything.
He has toys in his fucking office. He plays with his toys in his
Robert explained to me exactly what he does. And
Yeah.
It's very, very smart and very impressive, but there's probably,
So he tells everyone else to do
probably a
stuff.
lot of sweatpants involved.
Yeah, it took him a lot of time, energy, effort to
he's
get
built
to that point.
and
Yeah,
I give him a lot of credit.
Mad
for that.
Ups.
yeah,
Holmes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Chris,
What?
how about you?
That's it for
Patos
me.
locos.
So nowhere near as exciting as I wanted it to be.
How was your trip to Tennessee?
Where you from?
We've already covered all that.
We just wanted to make the "Where you from" joke.
Somebody recently told me they were going to Gatlinburg, and I said, "You mean in Gatlinburg?" And they're like, "What are you talking about?" I said, "You don't listen to Nerd Radio."
I didn't say Gatling. Where did I?
Yes, you did. Like Gatling guns. That's where Gatling
I
guns
thought
were
you said
invented.
Gatlinburg.
Which could possibly be true.
What's that?
The Gatling gun might have been invented in Gatlinburg, and the rednecks just said Gatlinburg.
Yeah,
Somebody
they-
will fact
they
check us
crank
on
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the
Seems
big
legit.
with the big magazine from up top loaded.
Yeah,
the-
fucking Cowboys getting.
That's
hit
how they
with that
fucked up the Last Samurai.
shit. Oh yeah, dude, Tom Cruise did a number on y'all.
Who's more Asian, Tom Cruise or Matt Damon?
Ooh.
Tom
What?
Cruise hair color.
I think Tom Cruise.
I
yeah.
think Matt Damon. Did Matt Damon?
No one
dress-
beats ScarJo
Let's
though.
pretend it's the 1940s.
Oh, but Matt Damon was very good at math in that movie.
Yeah. And I think. And I actually think Matt Damon had Asian makeup on for that Sky Symphony whatever movie with Tom.
Asian face.
Vanilla
Great
Sky?
Wall?
Yeah.
It's okay for
No,
Matt
not
to do
Vanilla
Asian
Wall.
face because you do white face.
Days of Thunder?
Yeah, you do white face. On purpose. Evidence. You confessed. We have it on video.
This is true. So I, in one of the 98 group chats that I custom tailor all my messages to,
Yeah.
something came up. There's a company called TKO Studios, and someone made a reference to, the podcast that's out there, the same name. But I looked into it, and it's a comic book company. I'd never heard of it. They have a very unique path to market. So they
fax it.
Close. I actually had a conversation with somebody the other day and asked me to send them something via fax. And I said,
Really?
I don't have a cord to hook to my Nokia 7210 so I can fax.
You're
you
like,
something.
oh, okay, I'm gonna go run down to Kinko's, asshole.
I'm going to go try to find a fax machine. I said, can I not email? No, it has to be a fax.
Well, you can email the faxes.
You can, but still, it's the fact that that's like me sending you a message. Adam, I'm calling you to see if you got the text referencing.
Dude, you just did that to me.
I just did it,
You
John.
just did that to me.
Referencing the email where I faxed you my pager number.
And the funny thing is, you can see if I saw the text message.
Right, I know you couldn't, which is why I called.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, TKO Studios, their path to market, they call it binge comics. So basically, they publish all 6 issues at once, and you can buy the individual issues in a nice box set. It looks like
that's
something
cool.
you'd sit on the shelf. They also just do it in a trade, and then they do it digitally. So I ordered a couple of the trades. I haven't had a chance to read them yet, but they did come in. One of them, it's called Sarah.
Sarah.
It's
Page turners, they were not.
it's written by Garth Ennis, so it could be.
Oh,
the other shoe
So
falls.
suck a dick.
Like, guess what else Americans do?
Well, it's
They
like,
fucking eat cheeseburgers. I don't know why I got Australian, but whatever. Let's go with it. They eat cheeseburgers and they don't give a fuck about anything but their money, money, money.
Speaking of that guy, what's his name?
Jim Jeffries.
Jim Jeffries. Do you hear the controversy with him and that guy?
I know of no controversies ever anymore.
He's interviewing some Jewish guy in Australia he was asking some kind of questions, and like he edited this thing to make it look like he was being racist against Muslims. And the guy was like, "I'll do an interview with you, but I want to do it. I want no cuts,
Uncut,
everything,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
So the guy snuck a camera in, and like, he just put his phone down. Then that was recording, and like he like blatantly caught Jim Jeffries. Like kind of like he cut him off, and then like okay, I guess that's a yes then. But like he was explaining something else, and then he would just like he like totally fucking try to scam the dude.
It
Really?
sucks.
Yeah,
It sucks.
fucking douche moves.
Yeah.
So
It's
anyway,
funny though. That's the important part.
I don't think it's
No,
funny,
no,
man.
not that. He said he's funny.
Oh, he is funny.
yeah.
But
He can
it
be
comes
funny.
it comes back to that comedians being political commentary guys I don't fucking like because they can do shit like that.
Yeah, I don't.
They do shit
I'm
like
okay
that.
with you doing political commentary in your bit,
Yes.
like in your stand-up.
Yeah,
routine.
yeah.
Don't
But,
have
like,
an agenda.
I don't
have
want
an
you to.
agenda.
I don't I, like.
The
I don't-
documentary, no.
I don't want to watch you bowl either. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I want to watch you do the joke bits. Put all your politics, all your personal views into that, because even if I don't agree, I can still laugh at the,
I'm
at
with
the
you.
concept.
I'm with you.
Yep.
But I don't want to see you bowl. I don't want to see you play cards.
I
don't care.
Yeah.
I think specifically is when you do make political commentary, and then when you get criticized about it, like, oh, it's just comedy.
Yeah, I know.
You know, just comedy, and I think it's shaped it's misinformed generation. But continue.
You listen to Joe Rogan pretty. I don't know if
Yeah,
you
yeah,
listen.
yeah.
Did you listen to the one with Kevin Hart?
Only
No,
only
I heard it was good,
half
though.
of it.
I've listened to about half of it, and he actually touches on that. He's like, I don't do anything
Political.
that's could any be. I mean, I basically make fun of myself and my family. He's like, that's what
Yeah.
I do.
And it's worked.
Because I don't want that. And he's talking about what happened with the Oscars, and he's like, I did everything I could
And he's
to
just
make
stopped-
that right.
yeah, he says,
And
just
I
stop talking
finally-
about it.
I mean,
stopped
just a
talking about it.
homophobe, no big deal.
I was talking. I was talking to Joe about that because I was listening to the Joe Budden podcast, and he was like, and apparently Kevin Hart was getting at Joe in some of the podcast with Joe Rogan.
I didn't. Maybe
There's so many
They
Joes.
were subs.
Joe Button, Joe Rogan,
Oh
Joe
God,
Well, then Kevin Hart put out
bitch! I'm not Jared.
Well, then they put out a tweet. Then he put out a tweet, and he's like, "Today we're going to cover." This is Kevin Hart, Joe Budden, and like Tiger Woods and somebody. And Joe Budden was like, "How the fuck do I belong in that conversation?" and like they were all like laughing, and they were like, "Yeah, somebody who's really good at something, somebody who's really good at something," and then Joe. but Joe was like, "Yeah, and I don't give a fuck what you got to say, Kevin Hart. Fuck you, famous ass Joker."
So I picked up two of these trades from TKO Studios. Well, the first was called Sarah. It's from Garth Ennis. It's set probably in World War II. I'm not exactly sure what it's about. And the other one
Korean
I picked
War.
up is Seven Deadly Sins. And Bobby, you can tell me if you recognize any of those artists' names underneath there. I'm not familiar with any of them.
I do not.
But it's a Western. I just thought that would be interesting. So I'll let you guys know.
I mean,
if
assuming
they're
it's
worth
like-
reading, I'll pass them along.
Yeah.
I just
Another take on Magnificent Seven, probably.
probably. I just thought the business model was pretty cool.
Seven Samurai.
Exactly.
So
I want to read Goodnight Paradise.
they've got 4 more
Look at that
titles
moon.
coming out.
Well, they had the sequel to Sarah, Amy.
Oh, she looks like she's in the Red Army.
It's actually called Silverman.
And then there's a trilogy, and Jennifer is third. It's Jennifer and other white friends.
What's
Karen.
Shit.
total sidebar? What's the girl's name that if you hear you just know that she's probably just trash?
Becky.
Oh, or Becca.
Becca is even worse.
Yeah.
Stacy.
Crystal.
Michaela
Ooh.
and Brittany.
Brittany. Yeah,
That's my ex-wife's name, but it
Brittany's
fits perfectly.
Brittany's DTF though.
Oh, you're right about that. You're right about that. I read.
Becca.
I started reading the Vision comic.
Uh-huh.
It's fucking wild. It's
Yeah.
good. It's I don't know.
It's unnerving.
Is there a backstory to that, or is that just how it started?
How it started.
So I'm to where she's killed the guy.
Grim Reaper.
Yeah, and they're trying to kind of hush that. And
Yeah.
then the guy's got the video. The other parent.
yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
It's so good. That book is so
that's about
good,
where
man.
I'm at. So it's really really good. So
Actually,
far.
there's a lot of people that have hit us up on Nerd Rage and been like, due to that recommendation, I picked it up and loved it.
Yeah,
That book,
right on. I wouldn't been here since NJCC, but that was a blast seeing everybody in the realm. Bobby was in the realm, the rock block as we call it. So
yeah.
that was a good.
Thank
time.
you guys, by the way.
Yeah, very welcome. Glad to have you there. I think I think as you continue to embrace your celebrity, soon they'll pay Bobby to come to these events.
Oh, guest.
Give it time.
And it'll be him sitting. It'll say internet personality Bobby Skullface, and he's sitting there
Listen,
by
make
himself.
sure they pay for your hotel though.
Like,
Come on now.
somebody asked to take a picture with me, and I was like, yeah, 1 second. And I told Short, I was like, go find Robert and bring him here and make sure he sees this.
Something funny did happen I didn't want to mention. So Bobby was being very, I'll say, generous with his pricing across the board. And he had in the floor just a bucket of, I don't even know what, I'm assuming it was Marvel Legends and different parts and stuff.
Mostly Chug stuff.
Okay.
Mando.
Well, there were 2 incomplete, probably 4 out of 5 or 4 out of 6
Yeah, 3 to 4
pieces,
out of 5 or 6.
Marvel Legends Build-A-Figures. And those pieces routinely easy go for $7-8 a piece if you buy them off eBay or in one of the groups spread on someone's unmade bed.
Mattress.
Just the mattress with stains. I don't even use sheets anymore. Sorry. So this guy holds up two of these. So then let's say there were 7 pieces total there, right? Easy, that's $30. So Bobby's like, 10 for both, and the guy says, would you take 5? And
my God.
hang on, without missing a beat, and I didn't even think, I said, let the man eat!
It's true. And he did end up doing it. I don't think he would have done it had you not yelled at him.
And I yelled, and I said,
Be honest.
after the guy walked away, I said, I'm sorry. And Bobby's like, because I did just an outburst, because that was the most blatant, disrespectful. Jesus Christ, dude. I don't know. I thought that was funny.
That's aggravating. I was like, you know what? Don't
It's
worry
not for-
about buying.
it's not for you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
not
15
it's
now
not-
for you.
Yeah, for everyone else, it's 10.
I went and saw Hellboy in the theater.
Yeah.
How
Dude,
was
I'm
it?
getting such mixed reviews on my feed.
So
some people love it, some people hate it.
I think most people that are saying they don't like it haven't seen it. I
don't know. A lot of people just said they just came out from it. I mean, just friends on Facebook.
I'm checking it out when it comes on TBS.
Well,
That's what we're doing, right?
Yeah,
TBS?
sure.
TBS.
I
CW.
don't care. Hey, the Hot Toys goes up for pre-order today. So
Oh, really?
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Does it?
It's a seamless buy.
I want to go. Actually, I hit you up and I hit up Marilyn.
Marilyn Phil saw it too.
And I said, "Hey man, have you seen it?" He's like, "I already saw it, dude." I'm like, "Fuck."
Yeah, so we went up.
And I was like,
and it was-
"No."
I would have gone. I was just out of town. I would go. I'll
So
try
it
to
was-
go this weekend if you want to go.
It
I
has
was going to a women's fight this weekend.
has a ton of relation directly back to the source material, and I'm glad I've read so much of that recently. Because it's front of mind. There's like the story of the Wild Hunt is a big part of it. And it's like you see a character, you're like, oh, I know who that's referenced to. It's a completely different take than the
Ron Perlman?
the guy from
Toro.
Cheers, the Del Toro over. Yeah, it's a completely different take.
I like those movies.
I do too.
I do too.
Yeah.
I think the second one is one of the most underrated
Dude,
movies.
me too.
Golden Army?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Golden
it's
Army's
fucking
fucking
great.
great.
I think actually the second one would be even better without the first one.
Just by itself?
Yeah, like because like you just start to learn that dude, when it comes to his monsters, is just a one-trick fucking pony, and it's like all of them start
Yeah.
to look the same.
They do.
I don't
But-
see it, but it's
I know
subjective
the
thing.
aesthetic is there.
Yeah.
I mean, you can look at it and say, oh, that's a Guillermo del Toro film.
From a mile away.
From Pan's Labyrinth to, yeah.
So like, but independently, I think that movie is superior to the first one. Like, it's right there. I put it in the category where the sequel's better than the original.
One of the rare ones. Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, it did not do well at the box
No.
office.
What were you going to say about Williamsburg?
No, I was saying like because the callback joke to we'll do it some other time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. It is getting mixed reviews.
Who was
but
the director?
I don't know off the top of my head who's directing it.
Because I know Mila Jovovich.
He mostly does horror stuff. Yeah,
And,
she's
like,
the Blood Queen,
I
and
think
she does
like-
she does a very good
Does
job.
she? Because I don't.
What is the
tired
Blood
of her.
Queen? Is she a vampire or something?
Oh, it's very complicated to explain, but basically, a trillion years ago, she was kind of the ruler of the earth, and she was chopped into pieces by King Arthur, and her pieces of her body were sorted around the different parts of England, and
I'm liking.
someone puts her back together,
Gotcha.
and then she has to go get her blood from the tree. Yes,
the tree?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
The Force Tree. With the sticker
Tree of
text on it.
Life?
I don't know. It's just the tree, and yeah, it's really good. It's
So she's a demon?
she's the Blood Queen. It's I don't know. It's hard.
She's Lilith?
It's hard to explain.
All right.
I have all of these books. I'd love to lend them to people. I need to read. Mason's actually been reading that since we saw the movie.
Cool.
So
Just get past the frog monster part.
Frog Monster.
See,
I mean-
that's where they stopped.
Yeah, like the first page, like, and I'm done.
Frog monster.
And I'm done.
So
Was it a multi-legged frog monster?
Oh, dude, that was so funny.
Baby
Dude,
pig.
I had to I was waiting for it. It was like the last 5 minutes of the show.
I know when you texted me, I'm like, oh, goody. Oh,
How
goody.
the fuck did they come up with this name?
That and the other part that was really funny in that episode because I was doing the thing was that we ran out of things for Kevin Feige, and I was like, Kevin Fart.
Kevin Fart.
Dude, if somebody found every time we did that,
Oh my God, it'd be
it's
great.
probably an hour.
Yeah.
It's probably an hour.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
It's great,
Just an F and a G sound with something in between.
and not even necessarily the G anymore. It's
So
just an F word.
I started watching this. I guess it's I don't want to call it a documentary on Netflix. I'm going to call it a docudrama series. It's called Wild Wild Country.
Oh, yeah,
I watched
yeah.
it.
It's
Yeah.
great.
Great.
Holy shit!
It's fucking awesome.
How did I? Wow, I don't know about this.
How
You
could
weren't on the show. You weren't listening.
You weren't
listening.
listening to the cult?
We talked about it for 3 weeks.
Yeah, if it's something about a cult,
I must have missed it.
I'm
I
in.
don't know, but
Yeah, same.
but how did how does my social conscious not know about this?
especially cult and fucking.
Yeah, I mean, which
Well,
goes
no,
hand in
dude.
hand. It goes hand in
Listen,
hand.
I'm only 2 episodes in, so don't.
Oh,
okay.
don't,
yeah,
don't-
we can talk
and
about
I'm
it.
pretty sure I've.
It's good.
It's just to where like the documentary came out about them back then, and it's basically just an orgy rolling around the floor naked. That was the.
They got
last
so much
part I
built.
saw.
Dude,
They got so much done.
I'd be slinging dick all over that fucking place.
So
Slaying dick building houses.
They'd be like, you know, Bobby, just up for it, Bobby. Oh yeah.
DTF Bobby.
He's down at 10 over there.
DTF Bobby. I didn't go there, but I got shown where Cherry Hill is in Baltimore.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
I was,
Okay.
I was working in that area this week, right down where Under Armour's other side of the bridge there.
That's a real treat down there.
I was told that I should never, ever, ever go down that road.
Once you cross that bridge, my friend.
Might see some things.
West Baltimore, baby.
I've actually been teaching my kids a little bit about playing basketball because it's been nice outside and we have a basketball goal, and they both my younger two seem somewhat interested in it, and Kennedy's actually taken a liking to it. So
One of my favorite things to do is to see super overweight people in hooping shorts, and I always ask them if they just got finished playing some one-on-one.
they might.
And my job.
I don't know. They might break your ankles, Bobby. Might crush up. So the aforementioned Alamo project, I actually haven't even posted that yet. I think that
thought you
might.
did.
I posted just like a teaser of one shot. That I tried some different things with some textures, and I think from that standpoint, that might be some of my best work.
Yeah,
It looks
amazing.
Yeah. So I used and I've been reading several people using something similar, but I used
Which one are you talking about?
the one with no color.
The Alamo one.
The
Oh,
Alamo.
I thought it was great.
Thanks, man. I used
Because you're some hot plants now.
No, I wouldn't change the thing. Perfect.
Customers happy, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh my God, I would be.
customers.
Maybe some red
sad.
earth
No, don't do
That's what you should have done.
Hey, there's
Red
some
earth.
there's some red in there.
Don't touch
on
it.
the ground.
There's such perfection.
There's some red in there.
Clay.
Leave it to be. Leave it to be.
You're
So
right.
I used grout powder.
Okay.
Oh.
I mixed it with the paint, and it gives
the
that
texture.
that
Smart.
good texture.
Perfect texture. Honestly.
Yeah, thank you. I've been working on I haven't showed you guys this. I don't think. No, I think I did. I made a billboard.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah,
saw-
that looks fucking awesome.
I-
Especially the frame.
The frame was a labor of love, but I've got it down now. So what I've done now is I've got the letters that I made, and before I came over, I mounted them on clear acrylic. Mm-hmm. Now I think I figured out how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna make it where basically that hangs because it's interchangeable. Because my customer wanted these two different things, and if he wants something else later, just make him that, and I'll know the dimensions and send it off. So.
Is he happy now?
Not yet. No, he's not happy. He hates it.
Okay. I don't know what you would do to change it, honestly.
He's
No, but I was taken back by that. That's one of those things where it's like, okay, he's reached a new level of something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I put out a couple times to people, hey, I can make pretty much any logo you want. And I did a good bit of those. And he's like, hey, could you do this? I'm like, yes, I can. It just took me a while to figure it. So the frame's actually made of Sintra,
Good.
which I've kind of fallen in love with.
Yeah,
as
it's
a
fucking
material.
great stuff.
I'm going to be using that. I've got something
Great
coming
gas
up.
mileage.
I've got something coming up that is a lot of engineering to build, and I think I'm going to use that as the support structure for it. So I might incorporate that and foam into the same project. So it may turn out pretty cool. And I've been building shipping containers. I had a guy order 3 shipping containers, which it's a fucking box.
Yeah.
But
Does that get tiresome? Like
it does. It
mundane
gets
and-
monotonous. I
Yeah.
mean, there's some stuff I've got coming up that's like,
It's money, though.
I know. But in truth be told, like I cut that shipping container out in probably an hour and a half today. And Mason's painting them for me.
Oh, wow.
So I'm
Nice.
paying him to. He's doing the base coat, and he's actually doing the colors on them now. So
Nice. Free labor.
yeah, and it's gotten to the point now. I've got so many projects on my table, so to speak.
You got to expand operations.
Plus, I've got some stuff that's like kind of. It's not on my normal commission list, but it's stuff I've got to get done for a kind of not a secret project. It's kind of a secret project. Special project. That I quoted a guy something this week, and I said, it will be June before I can touch this. I'm telling you that. If you want, I'll send you
popular.
I'll send you it. No, I'm just... I mean, at what point, what's the reality when it's...
It's the customer service.
Well, I mean, you guys just talked about this. Like, you don't have time to do stuff because you're back. At what point do I just tell these... Hey, it's literally it's a 4-month wait to get something for me. Either it's 4 months.
Awesome, though.
Hey, subcontract.
Well, you know what? I've thought about it. Like this project I've got.
It's like the simple stuff.
There's actually going to be 3 of something. I'm like, I can do. I know. I can get it made. I may have to sub out the painting just to get it all done.
I can paint.
I know.
You got to pay him though.
I know. Yeah, I don't have a Marvel Legends credit. No Crashbox.
I mean, it's like a.
Those days are over. It's cash money now.
Then there one of the artists that used to do that, they would get like they have like a factory full of painting stuff, and then he would just go and put in final
I'm
touches
sure
and then
there's
sign their
people
name, and then that was.
I think Thomas Kincaid probably at one point had a factory of people painting.
Yeah.
But it's also, I mean, we can work some stuff out.
I'm going to do the light.
Where's
Well,
Cody? Where you at?
If it comes down
Do
to
some
that,
work.
I've got that. I've got you. I had you in mind for that
Yeah.
because most people don't give me a time frame, but these have to be done by a certain point. And there's 3 separate projects, and one of them there's 3 of the things that I have to make, and they have to be different but similar. So we'll talk later.
Crashbox UK. He's coming over here soon anyway. Get him to do some stuff and bring it over.
I'll be here soon, mate. Here, come.
I'll be right
His
over.
cats are so fucking
Katie
cute.
in tow.
Is he bringing the cats with him?
I told him to bring his cats over and meet my cats.
Can you bring a cat? On the news?
It's probably
Yeah,
difficult
you can.
though.
Have you guys ever been on a plane where somebody's got a
Little dog in a box.
No, what's the
Seen that.
What do they call it?
The what?
It's got the vest on. Has the words. I can't think of what.
Therapy
it's called.
dog.
Yeah, anybody's had like a therapy animal on the plane.
No.
I mean, how would you feel if somebody
Yes.
sat down next to you with a German Shepherd in their lap?
I've done that.
You've done that?
Yeah, it's his dog. He had to travel with his dog for
Really?
work.
So
Yeah.
you have him you've got him as a therapy animal?
No. But like what it was, we were going to a show and the heater in the plane was broken. So like we can't travel with him, and he's certified, like service animal, but not therapy. So like you got to
Actual
bring
service?
him on, yeah, actual service, real service. So you have to like bring him on the plane, and like that was cool. They let us the first ones in, and we sat down, and so it was me and my partner, and then he was like right between our feet because there's only 2 seats. And so then the 300 people came in, and he said they're happy, and there's one person he didn't like. He's like,
Uh-oh.
little old lady with Coke bottle glasses.
The least suspected one.
Scroll.
Exactly. I looked at my buddy. He's like, I don't know, man. Maybe she's Satan.
Hey, speaking of scrolls, totally off subject. Did you see there's a company making third-party scroll heads that fit on your Hot Toys figures?
Oh,
That's pretty fucking
That's
cool.
fucking cool.
yeah.
That just means you have to buy a shit ton of extra hot
Is
toys.
there
now.
any Hot Toy scrolls coming out?
They haven't shown
shown
anything yet.
They're already there.
Surprisingly, surprisingly, they don't do a whole lot of villain stuff for the Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
Or not so much.
Yeah, like my speaking of villains, my Thanos bills out. I'll have by the end of the month my Hot Toys,
Oh, the
non-armored version,
the lesser.
the less. Well, I don't know. Oh, by the way, I know there's this. I don't know if we talked about it on here, but Joe has a conspiracy that Thanos' helmet is wrong on the Hot Toys.
It doesn't. No, I'm saying it's wrong. It doesn't look right.
Okay, so
when you look at it, it doesn't look right.
He's saying it's wrong, not inaccurate.
Well,
Right.
Either way,
Right. Correct.
I watched Infinity War
Yeah.
again this past week since the last time I was here, and I did notice when he's with Gamora when she's a
Yeah,
kid,
it's covered.
It looked like it was about the same across.
I didn't see any purple.
I did. Maybe.
Did you? Okay. Maybe it's me. Like I said, I'm not saying it's inaccurate. It just looked dumb.
I mean, I don't disagree with you. It
Like,
doesn't-
how are you going to have your helmet and over the top of your head?
'cause
Joe's funny
Scrolls
about
are
helmets and masks.
I am
That's
very.
a fact.
I'm very funny about that, honestly.
Yeah. Always has his cover with him.
Yeah, but hey, that's me. This guy, I think, might have had.
Oh,
a
yeah.
pretty
Oh
interesting
shit! I
week.
forgot all about you.
I'm easily forgettable.
I know.
Oh, we went to IKEA this morning. Too.
We
That's
did go to
fun.
IKEA this morning.
I was like, you went on vacation?
He's on another one there. He's off for 5 days.
So
Oh, you haven't gone back to work yet?
no, I went back to work.
Oh, but you're taking
Like,
another 5 days off?
Yeah, I'm off Saturday.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Like as fate would have it.
Dude, plug that motherfucker in.
Who is that?
Oh, my connector's upstairs.
Oh
damn
man, I'm
Who is
losing
that?
professionalism.
Hello.
This is a friendly reminder your vehicle factory warranty.
Dude. The factory,
factory
warranty.
I kept those factory warranty people on the phone for an hour one day. It was nonsense.
Really?
It's complete. I do that if I'm like driving and they call and I'm bored. Fucking fuck with them. Adam called me one time. I was working at the auto parts store. They were trying to start your new business, and I was like, yeah, I have a hydroponic business growing marijuana here in Alabama. It's illegal, but it's very profitable. I kept them on the phone for an hour.
That's awesome.
Nice.
So we rushed out of here after we got Nerd Rage published.
Yeah.
And went down and had
Park, sleep, fly.
Park, sleep, fly. Flew out.
I hear it's all the rage.
It's great, man. I highly recommend it. So the very first day we had to go to this hotel, and I'm going to kind of give the cliff notes of everything, but it was a Marriott, and it was
This is in Chicago.
Yeah, and it was connected to the convention pretty much. Like it was across the street from one of the buildings the convention
But
was
there's
in.
a skywalk.
And there was a skywalk to another building the convention was in. The convention was in multiple buildings.
Nice.
Skywalker.
So the room, dude, it was a corner room. 50% of the walls were glass.
Nice.
It was on the 18th floor.
Your room, bedroom.
So
Yeah.
did you stay in like the hotel block or?
You didn't take no pictures of that shit.
So I did.
Oh.
So
I don't like that. Don't do that.
so I stayed
Gross.
in that room for one night because the blocks were already sold out by the time that we went to get a room. So we went in a day early and got the regular fucking this room, and then couldn't get that hotel for the rest of the week. So we had to get off the plane and get on the train.
Take your helmets off the plane.
Take my helmet specifically.
Get your 5-gallon bucket.
my
Just
safety
sat
helmet.
on, right?
Yeah.
Take your eye goggles off. Leave them in the coat hanger hook
I
above.
had to give the scarf back.
Yeah, the leather jacket with the patches. It all comes off.
Got on the train.
Not a parachute in sight though.
Had to take the train to like 2 different connecting trains. Walk like 6 to 8 blocks, like with all this luggage, all this shit, the kids in tow, up to this building, checked in, hung out for the day. It was fantastic. Went to the museum, saw like dinosaur bones. They have like the most complete skeleton of a T-Rex, and so like that was fucking.
Take some pictures for Phil.
Yeah, we took film, and then pretty much crashed. Got pizza a bunch of times, of course.
Yes. Oh, I'm so jealous.
I didn't even have that last time we were there.
You fucked up.
Yeah, you fucked up.
So I had it the time before. but-
So the next day, we had to go to the other hotel. So we had to pack up all the luggage,
God damn.
travel to the train, take the train to another connecting train, walk about 10 blocks with the kids, all this fucking luggage across Chicago, checked in. But our room wasn't ready.
They don't have Ubers in Chicago?
So it's funny you say that. So I actually thought of you. I was like, I'm going to fucking hate this trip. But I was like, no, you just pay for the Uber. It's actually where my head went. But I went to the place and I gave him my luggage because they'll hold it for you in those. Yeah. So he gave me 5 tickets. And now you got to understand, I've got tickets, please. So I've got fucking hotel keys coming left and right. I got my fucking badges coming on me left and right. I got fucking the train pass, getting all this shit's coming in and out of my wallet all day. So I just threw the shit in my wallet, and then we went to the show, check out the show.
Yeah.
So we do the show, we come back, and the guy's like, tickets for your luggage? And I'm like, I don't know if I even have them, man. And he's like, well, you don't have the ticket. I can't find your luggage. You can't get it. Now keep it in mind, I can see past this dude and see the entire room. Mm-hmm. Like in my head, I went, oh, you think I'm not getting my luggage? No, I'm getting my luggage one way or the other. That's not the issue here. So I said, well, let me look, because I vaguely remembered putting it in my wallet. I've been putting shit in my wallet all day. So in my wallet there with all the tickets, gave it to him. So he went in, he brought out 4 bags. And he's like, I can't find the fifth one. What does it look like? And Laura went, she was like, it's a backpack with it. And I went, nope. You got the tickets. Ooh. That's what you need to find it. Now go use my ticket and find my bag.
God, I would hate traveling with you.
Had he not been a dick, wouldn't have been an issue.
Are you sure he was being a dick, or was he just doing his job?
No, he could have been like, oh, well, what do they look like, or can you describe them? Like, I could have been like, yeah, my last name is on a sticker on them.
Okay, that
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because you don't want to just fucking give away someone else's luggage.
I understand, but he didn't have to. He addressed it in a way. Even Laura was like, nope, you were in the right. Okay. Like, I got no complaints with how you handled it.
I trust Laura's decision. Like, I'm in the customer service industry, so like I give people a break.
And I was like, no. You got.
Listen, I've been customer, and I guess technically I still am in customer service. I give people a break, but if you've got that look on your face the whole time, that's not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's you need to work in a factory.
That's what I said.
No offense,
if Laura says it's fine, then that's.
I do have a real quick customer service story. I'm gonna let you finish, Bobby, because I know you got a lot to say.
Go ahead, I want to let you finish.
So I went in a store recently.
Can you say what store?
Huh?
Can you say what store?
I can. It's called Suit Supply. They sell suits and
big and tall.
They do have big and tall.
Why would you assume that, Joe?
Because he's fucking big and tall.
I have an
just like you.
I have an incredibly hard time finding dress shirts that fit me right, because most of the time a big and tall is going to be
a sack.
It's going to be a sack on me, and I'm tucking all this material in. So they had some shirts. So I go in, and it's one of those places they're like, hey, and the guy introduces himself. Hey, my name's Devin. What's your name? I said, my name's Chris. I'm like, all right. I said, listen, let me try on one of your dress shirts. I told him what size. He didn't get it. And he came back. He said, Tyler, right?
What?
And hang on. This young man he was African American. I said, Devin, not all white guys are named Tyler. So I tried all the stuff, and I actually didn't buy anything. But it's funny. I tried on my shirt I was wearing for work the next day. This was up King of Prussia Mall, north of Philly. And it looked like a sack. And I'm like, man, I got to go buy that. So I went back in there, and he said, hey, Chris, not Tyler. I'm like,
oh, nice.
I'm impressed, dude. So I just thought that was a funny little comic antic.
Absolutely.
Please continue.
Everything good? Yeah. You want me to pause it? Mm-hmm. So
got your luggage now.
Yeah, I got my luggage. We checked in. We're fine. We're fine for the rest of the trip, pretty much. So let me talk about some of the stuff we did. We did this. One of the things we did. So first of all, let me say that it was the best convention experience I've ever had in my fucking life. It was amazing. It was. There was shit on the last day that I was like, I didn't even know this was here.
Oh,
like,
nice.
You know, like coming across new rooms and
wow.
You know what I mean. Like,
how much bigger was it in the last
4
one?
times?
Wow.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So like they had an X-wing. Remember the last one? Yeah. This time they had an X-wing, a TIE fighter, the tank from fucking Rogue One,
full scale stuff.
Yeah,
and the Millennium Falcon.
Well, they had
parts.
Yeah, they had like the main chill room of the Millennium Falcon, and then you walked through the Millennium Falcon hallway, and it dumped you into the Lando Millennium Falcon.
Oh. Well, I was going to ask, was it like the Lando from Solo Millennium Falcon?
Yes.
Okay, I kind of figured that's what it would be.
Where was that fucking Chinese exhibit?
Oh, so that was at the museum. So we went to the museum. They had like a China exhibit, and my kids were like, "Oh, we need to go for Uncle Dolphin. Let's take a picture from him. Send it to Uncle Dolphin." Like, I was like, absolutely.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was really their idea or you just no.
Okay, so we did one of the things we did was porg painting.
Okay,
so because Selena really wanted to do it, so like we went to this room and they give you a rock base and they give you 3 porg molds, 3 3/4.
Oh, okay.
And then they,
tiny.
and then they walk you through this painting process, and they do dry brushing, they do all sorts of stuff,
Nice.
and then you walk up and you get like your wings glued on, and you walk up and you get the porgs glued onto your diorama piece, and you walk out with like a little diorama piece with 3 porgs on it. It's fucking cool.
Is it for kids and specifically?
Yeah, so, it's for kids. Anybody can do it, but it's for kids.
Are they in the display case right now?
Did you show off?
No.
My kid is better
So,
than your kid.
so
you know what you should have done when you got it. You know what you should have done. A little white dry brush there.
So
you always have a little white dry brush.
So I the guy who ran it though, somebody in his circle of friends, 1,000%.
I could tell already.
Somebody in his circle of friends needs to inform this gentleman he's not Rembrandt. Because he surely thinks he's fucking Rembrandt. He took it very, very seriously. But it was cool. The kids enjoyed it. You know, fun little thing.
Now, did they charge for this activity?
Nope.
It's part
That's
of the
awesome.
Yep.
part of the experience.
Yep, they went to a lightsaber training, like a Padawan training school. Like
Yeah.
all the like the two older. I think even Leia got in on the
Dude,
action.
you know what fucking sucks?
Huh.
They're over there telling my daughters all about the trip probably right now, right?
Uh-huh.
And how amazing it was. And then we're like, oh, we're going to boy-ass Busch Garden again.
So like they're
Anakin walked in, whooped out his lightsaber.
so like but my kids were the ones that like because they're going through Jedi school and they're learning all their moves and shit, and then these two Sith like sneak in through the back door, and my kids see them, and they're like they like alert the Jedi to them. And then, like, they all go and attack these two Sith. And, like, my kids got, like, fucking certificates and shit for, like, you know what I mean?
Very cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. Let's see what else I just have here in my notes. So, one of the places that was, like, a restaurant at the first hotel had this woman that was serving bagels. She was great, by the way. Like, she was, like, you know, fun and, you know, like, hey, baby, I got you. Like, you know, what do you want? You know, whatever. And, but we sit down, and Jaina's like, I love her. And I was like, I know, because I know this about her. And she was like, it's just my favorite type of person. And I was like, what type of person? And she was like, the larger African-American sassy women. They don't care what anybody thinks. They're here to have a good time. They're going to treat you special. They are loving. They are open about their feelings. It all comes across. I just love them to death.
She's definitely your kid.
And I was like, well, they love me, so it's all going to work out. But on the other hand, the train lady thought I was a fucking idiot. Because like you know, you're trying to learn the system. I don't mean like the mapping system, but just like to get your card and program it. Like all of them are different.
Is
New York
it
is
different than
fucking
New York?
different. Yeah, it's all a little bit different. It's the same. You walk up to a machine and you go through this series of shit.
But it's not the identical machine.
Correct. And you know the Metro DC is different. It's all fucking different. So what is going on your phone?
Multiple things. This is something else that popped up.
So like
My wife is mad at me for some bullshit.
So at any rate, I'm trying to figure this fucking machine out, and she's like,
With your family in tow.
yeah, we all got our luggage, but we've been on fucking planes, trains, and automobiles. You know what I mean? Like, she's like, you got to put the card in the other way, baby. And I'm like, all right. So I did it, and then she walked me through it once. I had to get fucking 4 cards. So then I do it once, and then I do it. I'm trying to go the second time, but this now I'm only my second time doing it, and I'm flustered. I put my card in backwards again. She's like, the other way. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I know. I would have figured it out when it said it didn't read it. Trust me. But she walked me through it. But she really thought I was a complete fucking fool.
So how was Chicago bagel compared to New York bagel?
I didn't get the bagel. Jaina did. But they were very fluffy. I liked them quite a lot. But I will say Brooklyn's got them beat. So let's see. Train lady thought I was an idiot. So I can't name the company. But I did talk to a company that was there that was dealing, and I saw that they were carrying some 1/6 stuff. And I was like, I haven't seen you guys carry 1/6 stuff in a while. And they're like, well, we're not really carrying it now, but we will be carrying it hopefully soon. I was like, what do you mean hopefully soon? Like, and they were like, look, can I let you in on some inside information? And I was like,
Please.
absolutely.
Of course.
Who am I going to tell?
only have a podcast.
And she was like, the way Lucasfilm does business is all the companies bid on the scale they want to produce for the year. And Lucasfilm approves certain companies for certain scales.
Depends how big your pocketbook is.
Well, it's
there's
not
no
it's not a financial bid.
There's no cross like
It's just a quality bid, honestly. It's like they're like, nope, you're more of the 1/7, or you're more of the 1/8, or you're more of the 1/6,
or you're more of the Dollar General.
or you're more of the 1/12.
and then you won't have more than one product in the same scale, you know.
1/3.
Yeah. Well, you're no.
Novos approved.
So that I found interesting. I talked to the Diamond Select people because they took over Gentle Giant. They have a ton of stuff.
That's
coming.
why. Remember, I was wondering why Diamond Selects have a Thanos statue coming.
Yeah, that's
why.
Yep, it's all connected. And Diamond
Makes sense now.
Diamond has a bunch of Gentle Giant designs that were done right before Gentle Giant closed their doors. He said that basically once they found out they were going under, all the artists, all the people were just like, well, fuck everything. I'm just going to sit at my desk and drink coffee until I'm fucking fired.
Oh wow.
So they have all these leftover designs
Work ethic.
that were never produced because these people had like 2 more days to work, so it didn't
wonder
matter if they got the
why.
design done or not.
They made pretty good stuff. I have some General Giant statues.
I agree. I agree.
Just
Recast.
Well, some
Recast.
some are good, and some are like because the smuggler is a gentle giant.
horrible.
Yeah. But anyway, they
Didn't they make the Transformers busts back in the day?
I don't know.
I think they made a lot of Deadpool stuff. That's why I know.
So they said it doesn't really matter, but they were like so they have a ton of designs that are like 90 to 100% done that they're just going to flood the market with over the next 2 years, and during those 2 years they'll be working on new designs.
For like all properties or just Star Wars specifically?
Well, he was talking about Star Wars specifically. But I'm sure it's the same for all the properties. But he said it took them, since Diamond bought what was left of Gentle Giant, it has taken them that long just to iron out the license agreements again.
I have a question. So all the vendors that were there, did they only have Star Wars stuff? Like Hasbro just had Star Wars stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the company vendors. The personal vendors had 90% Star Wars
90%.
stuff, and
I
you
just-
find
I
like
just-
a G.I. Joe here and there.
Well, because TFCon wants you to have. I think at this point they've got it down to 50% Transformers on your booth. So I wondered. It's probably maybe 90.
Yeah. It's overwhelmingly Star
It's
Wars.
good to like keep the atmosphere.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So that was cool. It was good to talk to them. What's interesting is the Selena was falling in love with it because we took her to get the autographs and Jaina for the Ahsoka voice talent and Rex, and they were just beside themselves, like starstruck. It was so fucking cool to see.
But they fully grasped the fact that was the voice actor.
Yes,
and not the
yes.
okay.
We
Did
told
they
them.
use the voices?
No, but you could tell. You know what I mean?
I don't know. It wouldn't cool if they greeted them with something
Yeah,
like that.
they gave him hugs and all this shit. It was probably the best part of my trip.
That's awesome.
But
Isn't another season of Clone Wars coming out?
yes, we're getting there.
I need to catch up now.
We talked about that, and Selena's falling in love with all this shit. She's just like Stormtroopers and Darth Vader and this, Ahsoka, and even the baby's like Sokka, So that night she was like, "Can we watch Star Wars videos?" And I was like, "Sure." So I pulled up a bunch of trailers. We're going through the trailers, and then I started watching these saga ensembles. Like these 3-minute saga, and this one that I played for starts off with the binary sunset and all this shit, goes through the whole thing. It's very emotional. And at the end, Selena just looked at me and she was like, "That just turned my heart into a porg heart."
Did she ask what a porg looks like on the inside?
No.
Oh my God.
Inside.
But she got a porg backpack and a porg wallet and all this shit. She was fucking
So
loving life.
do you think that
Cha-ching. Fucking pork.
do you think that
Print money.
that is such an immersive experience that you could take, not an adult, but a kid that really knows nothing about Star Wars, and by the end of it they're on board?
How was the cosplay and everything? Was it top notch?
Yeah, it wasn't as much as I thought it was going to be.
Really?
501
Yeah.
wasn't there? Wasn't the huge
But
stormtrooper?
they are. But the thing is that it's just so big that you just can't see it all.
Gotcha.
So there's so many fucking people that it's there might be half of them in cosplay, but you just don't notice because there's so many goddamn people. And I can tell you, in terms of interest, and this fucking thing sold out.
Yeah.
In terms of interest, it goes in this order: sequel trilogy, Rebels, Clone Wars, prequel trilogy, original trilogy.
Really? Wow.
Spin-offs.
Wow.
really?
Huh.
Kylo and Rey was this con's jean and t-shirts.
Really? So that was the Harley and Joker.
It was, you couldn't turn your head without seeing 3 or 4 Kylos or 4 or 5 Reys.
So I was going to ask this question to make into it.
Not for nothing, just real quick.
Nope.
Most of the Kylo people had fucked up noses. I was like, dude. I was like, way to do it, man. Play to your strengths.
What was the best cosplay that caught your attention?
So the best one that I saw, honestly, was in a picture that my wife took. I didn't even see it, but it was a female doing Phasma.
Okay.
But she had the face.
Really?
Like her face,
wow.
her hair, the whole bit she was carrying, her helmet the whole time, her armor and shit was top shelf.
It was actually the actress.
Yeah, it might have been. It might have been.
She's just trying to get some more work.
I didn't win any of the lotteries for the panels, so I missed out on all the panels. I mean, they're showing them on the screens and shit throughout the fucking con, so I saw them, but I didn't win any of those lotteries. I won all the lotteries for the exclusives.
Well, that was my next
Oh,
question.
really?
Is that there was
Wow.
a
That's
lot
why
of
it
salt
counts.
online about the way that works.
So all the lotteries we had to spend money.
Yes. Yeah, but so I ended up walking away with $100
Oh, really?
because I flipped them all.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and
You didn't get any of them?
I got them all.
No, I'm saying you didn't
No,
buy
I
any.
But you didn't want any of them?
Well,
No.
what were they?
So the Hasbro ones, that line was trash. Like it was long as fuck. It's a nightmare, but
It's a nightmare.
it was a nightmare. So the one cool thing about it, not cool thing, but interesting little story. They had to put a line break in it in order to let people walk through, and the lady who was supposed to be monitoring the line break was kind of on break herself. So like people kept trying to like get in behind me. I was at the end of the line break, and I was like, and like I've been flying, walking across the city, all this shit, and I was like, so what are you doing? And they're like, oh, just getting in line. And I was like, oh, all right, make a right here, go all the way down, make another right, go all the way down, and when you see a person down there, ask them if that's the end of the line. It may not be, but go ahead and ask them, and that's where you want to be. So they finally let the next couple people in behind me, where it wasn't my responsibility anymore, and I'm good. And they were like, I thought, I was like, no, I had it. And they're like, we saw, we all were pointing and saying that guy's not going to let anybody in fucking. So that was cool. And then, but I got the Obi-Wan in the mall, and it came in episode 1 vintage style cards and
cool.
like that, which is cool. But no, I don't need that. That's not the same.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah, I will say just real quick. I don't mean I'm gonna let you finish.
Yeah.
Obviously, they are releasing those. Well, they're re-releasing the mall was a re-release. That was one of the very first ones that came out. That
Correct.
was super expensive at one point in time. I don't know if it's still is, but they're actually doing they've started re-releasing some of the very valuable stuff. I guess it's almost the way they're looking at it.
Yeah.
So they're re-releasing that in just generic
Box.
Well, it's a
Gotcha.
card.
You already have that fake, right?
And then the other one you didn't say yet was
Obi-Wan.
episode 1.
Episode
Obi-Wan.
1.
And they are releasing that just to the general.
Right, and I have the fig arts as well. So like,
Gotcha.
I didn't really need it. I'll pick it up.
So what else? What else? Exclusives.
So then I got into the Lego line,
Okay.
which was also a disaster.
Yeah.
But I talked to this guy. He was like a native, and
American?
Of Tatooine?
of Chicago, and he was like, so like how you like in the city, and I was like, I was like, to tell you the truth, I've been here a lot. Like I can do it with a Chicago break, to be honest with you. And he was like, yeah, and it's kind of a bitch getting around. I was like, I love your train system. Like, we've been jumping the train all day and night, and it's fucking great. And he was like, you're using the train? And I was like, yeah, get the kids. I fucking board them up with backpacks and shit. We jump on the fucking train. And he's like, where are you from? And I was like, I'm from Maryland. We grew up probably 12, 15 miles south of Baltimore. And he's like, oh, okay. Because I was like, look, this is fucking train in for everybody.
Yeah. If you're from Iowa, don't get on the train, right?
And he was like, you're like 12 blocks from a fucking war zone. You realize that, right? And I was like, yeah, but survival of the fittest, dude. We're gonna get through it.
Just don't go west on accident.
Yeah. So anyway, I got that exclusive. That was like a Vader bust.
Okay.
Flipped that one, and then flipped the exclusives.
You say you flipped them. Did you sell to people that were there in
Yeah,
line?
vendors.
Oh,
vendors.
vendors.
I sold them to vendors. Because the thing, the way the lottery worked was you weren't guaranteed to get an exclusive if you didn't win the lottery.
Right.
Just like you couldn't get into the panels if you didn't win the lottery. So there's just too many people.
Yeah.
Like that's one thing they need to overcome is like, I don't know what because I mean, this venue is huge and it was over 2 or 3 buildings. Like, but there's just so many people. Like, it almost
I don't think you
needs
can do anything about that.
It almost needs like SDCC size.
Yeah, that was
venue.
the next question. Is,
Like it's too ridiculous. So then the next day I got in the Funko line for the Pops. Now
That's a different breed right there.
that's a different breed, but
I've been in those lines.
this shit was fucking money in the bank.
The way they had it
Yep,
ran.
they had a regular line, they had a lottery line, they had time lines. Like, okay, you won you're here for the 1050? Cool. You're first in line, get him right here. Like, what? Okay. And they gave you a little form.
So it was like a fast pass.
Yep, you gave a little
awesome.
form. You checked it off. You handed it to them. They handed you back your shit like in a bag. So swipe.
You're done.
You're out of the fucking. I was like, Funko Pop is the shit.
So
I don't want any.
how
of them.
many
I flipped them for fucking $500?
Well, I was going to ask how many
Did you
pops.
really?
Oh my god,
How many pops were there that
they
you
were going
got?
on eBay for $900, huh?
How many pops did you get?
You should have waited.
Like, how many did they have?
But I was worried about getting them back without damaging the
Yeah,
box because
that-
those
it's super
people,
important.
The boxes
It's
is
super important.
You don't take
is
them out.
Very
You-
important.
you display them in the
people
box.
do, but the majority
Really?
of people collect them. Yeah.
Yeah, so like,
Yeah,
I'm-
there are
I-
other people that have
and
all
I'll have
these
you know
pops.
that Jaina was all over like, you really should consider giving some to Uncle Chris and
No,
Joey.
you
and,
shouldn't.
and I was like, look, I don't even think they do Star Wars pops.
No,
for
we
one.
don't.
Yeah, so, but she was like
But
very
so
disappointed.
How many different ones did you pick up?
All of them.
How
It was 8. It was 6
So
of
eight
the
of 'em.
it was 6 of the chrome ones. They were
So they were like what, $15 a piece or something like that?
Yeah.
And then you flipped them for.
yeah, it was $130 when I walked out, and I flipped them for $500.
Damn, you made more than $100.
Well,
No, but then I bought shit,
Oh, gotcha.
and I walked away with $100.
Gotcha.
You got what you want plus money.
Right.
Did you see anybody that like from the greater collector community there?
Yes. So Kalen was there.
Okay.
Met up
knew
with
Kalen
him.
was
I
there.
actually met up with him a few times, and met up with his wife. His wife's very pleasant. I'm always surprised when I bump into like wives that I'm like, I like this person.
Whose wife don't you like?
Well, no, it's bumping into wives at things like that. If they're engaged at all, is always
That's true. Well, usually they don't like me. But either way, then I met up with a couple Joes, and they were fucking cool. And this one dude, man, this guy Bobby, hit me up. Yeah, I know, hit me up, and
Sounds like an asshole.
he just took me by surprise. He was like, because I never heard from this
He
dude
took
ever.
me to this closet.
But it's interesting because like I said this on the Patreon as well, but like you hear from like a normal batch of like 20 to 30 people regularly,
Yeah.
and you're like, okay, these are the people that give a fuck,
Yeah.
and your view kind of gets skewed that this is really your audience. It's these 20 to 30 people.
It's all your brain can calculate.
So he hits me up. And he's like, hey man, I've never heard from this dude. Never seen a like, never seen a comment, never once. And he was just like, hey dude, love your videos. Just watched today's, saw that you're here. I'm at booth such and such. Swing by if you can and say hello. I was like, absolutely. Swung by, say hello. He's super cool. Chilled, talked for a minute. Said our goodbyes. Got a picture. Robert D.
nice.
Yeah, and then I walked away, and then my wife walked past, and he was like, "Look," he was like, "I feel like a fucking idiot." He's like, "I meant to give him this," and like he gave me like a T-shirt from the booth that he was working at. It was like
Oh,
a gift.
cool.
It's,
Oh,
it's
nice.
actually a fucking sweet T-shirt. It's Boba Fett helmet in the Decepticon symbol. Like,
cool.
Yeah, it's fucking cool. And Kevin R.
Yeah.
Met up with him as well. Cool dude. Just unfortunately, I didn't get a lot of time with people other than Caleb. I kept bumping into Caleb, and like we met up at this lightsaber duel that was at the Bean in Chicago on Saturday night. Like,
Okay.
which is like a good bit away, but like it was like probably 100 people there, fucking lightsabers out. Like,
awesome.
Really?
yeah, it was fucking cool. And it was like it started off cool. It ended up getting dumb, but it started off cool because like they would have 2 people under the bean dueling. And then everybody kind of standing around the bean watching, and you can see the reflection all through the bean, so that's cool. And then they had like they split all the good guys on one side, all the bad guys on the other side, and they were like, "All right, are you ready? Are you ready? Charge!" And they like just ran into each other, and then you just see like take like little with little taps of the.
Everybody's being careful.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah,
They don't want to be like,
exactly.
oh, shit.
yeah. But this one part was really cool. Like these 2 guys were dueling it out, and like the whole crowd like started humming like the Binary Sunset theme like together, like fucking good vibes. You know what I mean? And I got tons more stories, but
What all did you get?
so I got
Items.
one thing I can't talk about
Why?
because I wasn't allowed to get it, and I got it.
What do you mean?
Actually, let me pause it real quick. But this person had this product.
It's going to be expensive to secure.
Yeah, and it was $300.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I think that's right.
Yeah,
I don't think it's-
and it's limited, and it's like all this
Yeah.
shit, and it's not even available for purchase yet, and it's only going to be available to people that were at the show, and
Where are you going to put it?
so my plan is I had to do some measurements and stuff. I mean, dude, Laura was like, "Let's put it in the dining room.
Wow.
Let's put it in the fucking dining room," and I was like, first of all, I'm madly in love with you right now. Secondly, let's try not to do that. So my plan is to clear the spot above the Star Wars detolfs and stuff. Like,
Will it fit there?
I got to measure it all out and see if it'll go from side to side.
Wrap around.
Just do it out. Do without the windows in.
Right. I'm going to cover up the windows and then put it,
Perfect.
Yeah.
Just leave those guys back there too. Just whatever's up there.
You have to light that though.
I'll
have
come
to.
Okay.
You gotta be careful with that
Yeah,
because
do that.
When
All
you
right,
gonna
I
get
got
that?
because it will fade it.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm going to block out the window and then put something
No, I'm
else.
talking about lighting in general because I have something like that. Now it's like really faded because I lit it.
Oh, from behind? Oh, lighting it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was thinking about the light from behind. That's dope.
But dude, it's incredible. And that was my big purchase. Most of the stuff I wanted, they sold out before I had the money to get it. They had a Darth Talon statue that I want. Mm-hmm. 2 people had it. One had it for $6. One had it for $8. I wasn't going to pay $8 for it, and the 6 sold right as I got $600. And the other one was the Vader statue. One person had it for $900, sold it the next day for $1,000 before I got to him. Yeah. So I missed out on a lot. I ended up picking up the Hot Toys Phasma for $150. It was a pretty good deal.
You win some, you lose some.
Yeah, and I
Is that
got
an older Hot Toys?
7.
Okay.
And then I got 2 3 3/4. I got the episode 2 Aunt Beru and Uncle Owen that I've always
charred
wanted.
version or
episode 2?
The kids.
Yeah, they're like teenagers or whatever. Like I got that one. I've always wanted that one. And I've never been able to find them for a decent price, and I didn't get them for a great price, but I got them for a fair price. And I got a couple books and shit. But yeah, I mean the secret thing was kind of my big thing.
Cool.
So to speak.
Yeah, so to speak. Monday we went to the zoo, Chicago Zoo, saw some apes and shit.
The zoo gorillas?
Yeah, oh yeah. They have like the second largest primate captivity
Nice.
collection.
It's all about the gorillas.
Yeah, I mean the chimps, dude. Like all that shit was fucking great. And then here's a fun little story. So Leia's security blanket is the little Wonder Woman thing, right? It's like, for those listeners, like a rag with Wonder Woman's body attached to it. Which it's not.
I don't sound right.
I don't think it's how the pitch meeting.
It's not as fucked up as it sounds. But it's like a washcloth, and it has like a cartoony plush Wonder Woman head attached to it. And it's
Pam got her that, right?
I don't know. I don't remember. So you guys got Violet, like, because we have 3. It's Bunny, which I think Mario got him. Bunny and Elephant were Selena's, and then Wonder Woman. Doesn't matter. So our passes are good for the train and the bus. Mm-hmm. So we caught the bus to the zoo. The baby left the fucking thing on the bus.
Oh no!
So we get off. We're walking. Laura, we're about halfway into the zoo, and Laura's like, "I left it on the bus," and I'm like, "No, you didn't. She left it on the bus." Because that's how I stand with that shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, "But look, I'll buy one right now, and it'll be ready when we get home." So I bought one. So we go to the zoo, we do all that shit. Laura's not into it at all because all she can think about is fucking Wonder Woman. So as we're leaving, another bus is there, and everybody's trying to run to get to the bus. And I'm like, let's not run right now. Like we're all like tired and all this shit. That bus leaves, so we got to wait for the next bus. So the next bus is coming, and Laura's like, I'm just going to ask the guy like how many 151s there are, and I'll just, if there's like 3, I'll just wait for an hour and a half at bus stops waiting for this fucking thing to show up.
Jesus.
Because they pop up about every 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. And I was like, you do what you want. Like, I'm done. I bought a new one, and she should have kept the first one in the first fucking place. I'm done. So we get on. She asked the guy, she's like, look, how many 151s are there? Because tells him the story, and he's like, look, I just called the customer service number and hope that somebody turned it in because there's like 38 fucking 51s like going on today.
Wow.
And she was like, okay. And she sat down. I went back to the back seat, sitting right there.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's fucking awesome.
That's incredible.
Just happened to
Wonder
That's
Woman
fucking
rode
crazy.
and saw the city for fucking 3 hours.
Did you get some Purell on that pretty quick?
No.
just fucking happened to get on the right one. That's fucking crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then the only other story that's kind of worth talking about, I guess, that I'm thinking of at the moment is we're heading back to we're heading back to O'Hare, and we're trying to get to that train that where we had to catch it because we're carrying all that shit. We wanted to walk as far as we could to only catch one train was our goal, so we didn't have to train hot with all that shit.
Yeah.
So we get to this fucking mega station where they have all the fucking trains meet, and I'm like walking in, and my wife, I get through the door, the turnstile. Jaina gets through. Selena gets through. My wife is going to the handicap one because she's handicapped. Because she's pushing the stroller. And this guy opens the door for her. This guy that's standing on the inside opens the door for her to get through. So she didn't have to scan her card. And I've eyed this guy up immediately. Like, I'm going to keep my eye on this potato chip. So we get about 10 feet in. He comes back to us. And I was like, just like clockwork, buddy. And he's like, what train are you guys catching? And I'm like, we're going to the airport. He's like, okay, you got to go down. I was like, I know. So he hits the down button for us. And I was like, all right. And then he hits the up button. And then the elevator doors open going up. And he gets on. And he holds the door. And he said, come on. And I said, nah, it's going up. We're going down. And he's like, oh. He reaches in and hits the lower floor. It changes to go down. And he's like, no, it's going down now. And I was like, okay. So I tapped Laura. Laura did exactly what she should have done. Like this guy standing to the right inside the elevator. She came in, filed into the left. The kids followed her, and I got between her, the kids, and this dude. And it's a slow-ass elevator system. It smells like piss, like the rest of them. And my kids are like, why is there so much piss in these elevators? And Selena's like, at least no one's going number 2. She's having like a great time. So he looks over and he's like, you got any money? And I'm like, nope. And he's like, I'm really aching for a burger. And I was like, I'm sure it's pretty hard these days. People not carrying money and all. And he was like, yeah, it is, man. I'll be honest with you. It's really fucking tough out here. And then he loosened up a little bit, and then I felt more comfortable, you know? And I was like, okay, cool. I was like, look, I'll reach into my pocket. I'll see if I got any change. I'll give you the change because I got to go through the airport, and it's going to be a pain in the dick for me to deal with this change anyway. So I ended up having a couple pieces of change, gave it to him, and then we carried on about a day. But as we got out, so Jaina saw everything happen in terms of like the pat and how we went into the elevator. Like she knew something was up. She's like, what is going on with all that? And I was like, look, it's street smarts. And she was like, I don't have any street smarts. and Laura actually hit her with a bar. And I was like, nice. But she was like, because you haven't needed any. And I was like, big facts. But it was all good. So we caught the train, last bit of the story, and it's headed to O'Hare. O'Hare's the last stop on the blue train. So we're about to get off. Well, we're 2 stops up. It comes to the second to last stop. This guy across from us is like, now I'm on high alert now because I just had to deal with this dude. And this guy across from us is like, this train doesn't go to O'Hare. So I look up at the fucking map, and sure as shit, O'Hare is the last stop on this train. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, you're going to want to get off at this next stop. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to try my luck. And he was like, okay. And my wife was like, no, it definitely goes to O'Hare. They've been saying it goes to O'Hare the whole time on the fucking intercom system. And he's like, okay, maybe I'm wrong. So his stop opens up, which is Rosemont. And he gets up and he's like, look, take a look at the sign on the side of the train. And I look at the sign on the side of the train. It says Rosemont. And he's like, not all the trains go to the airport, so I don't think this one's going to go there. And I was like, you're probably right. So we got all of our shit. We got off. That train went out of service. The next train came going to O'Hare. We caught that train, got on the fucking plane, and went home. And that was pretty much it. I had a fucking amazing time. I had some logistic issues. One of my beefs with it was there's a ton of fucking shit there, right? Like there's a tattoo area now where they have like 18 tattoo artists, and you can like go in and get Star Wars tattoos. Like there was
that's crazy.
Yeah, there was Droid Builder. Well, let me not say the Droid Builder because that was in a separate place. But there was Rancho Obi-Wan had like brought like a he's like the largest Star Wars. He has the largest Star Wars collection on the planet.
His guy got ripped off recently.
Yes, and
how did he get ripped off?
So somebody stole a bunch of shit from him.
This friend of his of the community stole like I don't know how much. He was stealing stuff constantly and then selling it to other people. Like
he couldn't keep track of it.
Yeah, pretty much. He got busted.
Oh.
So
it's a big stink.
Yeah. So anyway, he brought like a part of his collection that you could like take a tour of.
Yeah, because it's not open to the public anymore.
Correct.
Because of what happened.
Correct. X-wing, TIE fighter.
I hope he got that stuff back, or
He did. He
Yeah,
did.
I don't know if he got all of it back, but he got a good bit of it back.
If you bought one of those stolen pieces and you really wanted it, and you'd be like, "Hey, did somebody buy the?" Nope. Don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Wrong, Bobby Skullface.
I know you're thinking about Robert Bonehead. He has it. I know him.
How many sets of David Prowse dentures are really out there?
So, let's see what else was in there. There was this fucking diorama builders thing. Like you could just walk in, do it for free.
Mm-hmm.
They give you like one of those like play mats. It's like a
And you're
puzzle.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I know a guy who does it perfectly. But
I turned him down. I mean, I was like, you know what? I don't have time
so
for this.
like those play mats are like puzzle pieces, and so they give you one of those, and they give you like a selection, like a random assortment of shit, and then you have to like make your shit out of this random assortment, but it all ends up being stuff to make the Scarif base. So when it's all said and done, you like give your piece to the collection, and you take it. I think you could take it home at the end of the show. But when it's all said and done, I mean, they had a diorama about the size of my main room of the whole Imperial base of Scarif.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's really
like
cool.
it's fucking amazing. Like all this little shit like that. Our boy was there.
oh, Alex Ross.
Yeah, he was there. Well, his booth was there.
He wasn't there. He wouldn't sell
He's
it
probably,
himself.
he's probably busy. Oh, you mean on toenail cleaning day? We'll see. Let's see what else. The main stage, not the main stage where they do like all the panels and stuff, but they brought like while I was in there, they brought Daisy Ridley out on stage.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, like they brought like a lot of the celebrities out, had like little interviews and stuff. That's in there. The Lego booth is in there. The Funko booth is in the Hasbro booth. All that shit is in this one big room. And what I wish they would have done is had all the shit separate, like the dealer room, one room. Main stage, one room. Tattoo shit, one room. Rancho Obi-Wan, one room. Like, that was my main issue because it was super duper crowded, even though it took place over this large expanse of space.
Right.
Everything, not everything, but, 70% of it was in this one room.
Maybe
So
they
that-
just wanted
that's-
to keep everything together.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it might have made sense for logistics and stuff. Like, there might be tons of logical reasons for it, but just as an attendee, that was my only kind of criticism of it. And it sucks to have missed all the panels, but
Was Hot Toys there?
no. Bondi was there, Lego was there, Funko was there, Kodo was there, Gentle Giant was there, Hasbro was there.
Was there probably anything you wanted to buy if money was not an issue? Did you see anything that you possibly would not have wanted? I mean, not to say it that way. Just to say, was there? If you had an unlimited budget, could you have bought any Star Wars collectible that was possibly ever made while you were there? Really? It
No.
wasn't that immersed? That it's
No,
expensive?
I'll tell you, a lot of 3 3/4. That's always going to be the backbone of that franchise. The higher end stuff, there was probably like a handful that had Hot Toys, a little less that had premium format stuff, a little less that had like the more expensive, like the Mythos stuff. And
Was
stuff like
was
that.
a
Mythos?
Novos?
What were you pointing to me?
Was a Novos
Mythos.
there? The helmet and
yeah, Mythos.
the
yeah.
helmet people that do the high end helmets. A Novos is the name of it.
There was a high end helmet people that were there. I can't remember the name.
Okay.
It probably was them. If
Yeah.
Final Flight Fantasy Games or whatever was there.
Yeah.
They had all their shit out.
The Star Wars game.
It was very tempting.
I know, dude.
It was very, very tempting.
I
Dude, the
almost-
models look good.
They do. They do.
I was looking at them and I was like, fuck, should I just do it all? Should I, cause I was looking at like the ones with like the figures.
Yeah.
Look
Yeah.
great, and then like the ships they had, like the
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
the Super Star Destroyer
yeah,
was
yeah.
there. It's $200, but I was like, oh, it would be perfect. I don't need another one.
So is this a tabletop game?
Yeah.
Yeah. They have two. They have like 3 different ones now.
Yeah, there's like the Rebel one. There's one with 28mm miniatures, and there's like spaceship battle
So
ones.
is up with the 28 millimeter?
Same,
which you
yeah,
play
same as
with same
Warhammer.
scale? Okay.
Yeah, I actually did a Vader a while back for a buddy of mine, and I mean the game I hear plays amazing.
Really?
It's an amazing game.
People love the spaceship game. I haven't heard anything.
that's a fucking amazing. You know, the Empire's the best. They said the Empire's ungodly good. Like that's
It was
like
tempting.
All the power gamers.
It was tempting.
But I actually had that in my cart to buy you for Christmas.
Oh, really?
But I was like, I can't do this. This is something he's got to choose for himself. I can't. I can't do it. I can't do it for him. But I mean, the models are amazing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah. So, but it's like, it
it was fucking. It was.
I'd be
tempting.
all about it.
It was tempting.
And the cool thing is they have like the little, like you can see the different like technology, like the little walkers and everything and shit like that with like the guys in there.
Yeah. Her universe was there.
I don't know what that is.
So it's this company that makes clothes for women based on Star Wars,
Okay.
but it's not like T-shirts.
Lots of flowy stuff.
Yoga pants? Lots of yoga pants.
No. Like jackets and dresses and stuff that are like
boots.
that are like, if you know what it is, you'll know what it is.
Oh, it's like themed.
Yeah, but if you don't know what it is, you just think someone's dressed
Right,
nice.
so it's
or-
not an all-over print Star Wars.
Gotcha.
It's
Correct.
very subtle.
Gotcha.
Oh, that's
That's
nice.
nice.
That
Yeah,
sounds
it's,
classy.
yeah, it's fucking awesome.
And it doesn't say Star Wars on the sleeve.
Yeah, exactly.
So like the Columbia jacket stuff, I think is awesome.
oh my god,
But it
the
says-
fucking solo jacket,
but
I
it
would get
says
like
Star
that,
Wars
but it's
on
like
it.
$700.
Yeah.
So my kid,
anyways.
my kid wanted this Padme sweatshirt that was like it's like the dress she got married in, but it's a sweatshirt. Just the pattern is the same.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and
Did they have it in my size?
so funny you should mention that. I think they did, but they stood in line. So they stood in line the first day. So they stood in line the first day. Got up there, they're sold out. They said, "Come back tomorrow. We're going to put out. We have like a set amount we save per day." The next day, they put the shit out. We got in as soon as we could. The line was still halfway fucking around the room. So Laura befriended this guy that worked for them and was like, "Look, I don't want to waste my time in this fucking line. If I did it yesterday, I don't want to have to do it again if they're sold out." And he was like, "They got 6 left." Laura's like 75 feet back in the line, 50 or 100 feet back in the line. And she's like, "Okay." He comes back to her. They got 3 left. You know, she's about 50%. About 25%, they got 1 left. And Jaina got the last one. And that was the last one they had. But like, you know, little shit.
Will
like,
the Force?
Little shit like that just kept coming together for us.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of that happened.
Yeah. It was nice. Even little, like when we went to catch all of our planes, trains, and automobiles back home, we sat down at this restaurant to eat. And we were like looking at the menu, and the kids didn't like anything. And Laura was like, "Let's not do it." And I was kind of irritated because we had kind of gone out of our way to go to this restaurant to eat, and now we're not going to fucking do it, you know? And I was like, okay, you know, at least the decision has been made. And so we got up, and we were like 4 hours early for the flight. But because we went at rush hour, we actually had to catch the train going back the opposite direction. Because by the time that our train was pulling up, when the doors opened, it was packed with people. Here's the edge of the train, and here's the person standing. You know, so I was like, fuck. So we caught the train going back the other way, went back like 3 or 4 stops.
To catch another train.
Went, caught back off, caught it back on it. You know what I mean? Got like hustled it out. But by the time that we pretty much, we got to the airport, got through all the security shit, all that stuff, grabbed like some fast food type shit, and walked onto the plane. Like, had we stopped and ate, we'd have been fucked.
Yeah.
You know, little shit.
It was rush hour, yeah.
Little shit like that just kept happening. So it was a pleasant experience.
Nice.
Sounds great.
Now,
So, real quick.
yeah.
Are you going to go to Anaheim next year?
No, because I'm going to Disney.
That's right. Yeah, we're trying to figure that out too.
Oh, that's the first year, right?
Second, technically, I guess.
Stupid driveways having to be paved
because it comes out this
Disney
year.
trip.
Oh, does it?
Oh, Galaxy's Edge was at the fucking show in the main room.
What's
They had,
Galaxy's Edge?
That's the park.
Oh, okay.
So they had like a park that's about as big as my entire basement, and you walk through, and they had one of the ride seats that you'd be in, and they had like
that's
you know,
cool.
little, yeah. I mean, dude, there was so much shit. Like I said, like you just kept bumping into shit. Like, fuck, this is here. Like, let's go do this real quick, I guess. But anyway, no, I'm not going to go to Anaheim, but I definitely want to go back, and I think I want the kids to be a little older.
Yeah, I commend you for when
Yeah,
you told me you were
extracting
taking
a
all
baby.
3 of the girls. It was like,
Jeez.
wow,
That sounds like a nightmare.
It's
to
gonna
me.
go
Lost
on
the
its
baby
ways.
twice.
Oh, really?
Once in the con.
God.
She wandered off, couldn't find her. Somebody brought her back to us.
What did that feel like?
Nightmare. Once at the airport. Once again, we're like checking bags, doing all this shit. We turn around, she's gone. You know, the fucking
You put a baby leash, bro.
these fucking.
Yeah, you're white. You can get over that.
Well, so it's a good point. But I mean, you know, I have had kids for almost 11 years now. Well, I'm 2 for 11. But anyway, so she just went up to one of the people that worked there, and she's like, "Where'd my mama go?" And they're like, "Baby, I don't know." And she was like, Go get mommy. And like they looked around, and there we were, you know.
So this is on the way there? Or the
way back.
Okay.
Jesus.
Where my mama?
You know, we're walking about 10 miles a day for like a week.
You know what my dad did? Mm-hmm. Like we were walking the mall one day, he just snuck back and like watched us for a while, watched us freak the fuck out. And then we stay close from now on out.
I got lost a whole bunch of times with my mom. I ended up like I would duck. Yeah, you know what one of my favorite things was when I was a kid? Ducking off into like the clothes racks.
Oh yeah,
you know, like in the center of the clothes racks, like your own little like personal fort.
Oh yeah.
And then I'd come out and I'd be like, oh fuck.
The best one is you know in like the Sears they had the carpet samples.
Oh
You
yeah.
flip over and you like walk in between them and run down that space.
Yep.
Oh man,
Those
Chris
were
was
the
too
days.
big; he couldn't do it.
They didn't have carpet yet, did they?
we had just gotten gravel. That was carpet. What are you talking about?
It's kind of like a fuzzy dirt floor.
Oh, okay, nice.
So the other thing that happened was we lost Laura once. So like they serve liquor in there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Wait,
So
on a main con floor?
yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Oh, and the autograph shit was all in the main room too. So that's what I'm trying to say.
cool.
That sounds like
It
too many
was
things in one room.
Too much in the main room.
Yeah.
So
Was it as packed, like shoulder to shoulder?
it was packed.
Okay.
It was packed
The whole time?
Luckily, there were 2 big aisles on both sides of the con. So it was like 3 main sections, probably like 4 rows each or 5 rows each. And when you hit the main aisles, you could navigate. There was like 2 main aisles going this way and then one going perpendicular to it. So we were drinking, and she's like, I'm like, I want one more. So she's like, I'll go get it. And I'm like, cool. Because we're having a great time. Kids are fucking loving it. Everyone's having good vibes, fucking getting drunk. It was fucking awesome. So she runs off to get to. And I'm like, look, I'm just going to keep going in the fashion that we're going.
Is this the wine that's like a Capri Sun? Is that what you were drinking?
No. But it came in like these little plastic cups, you know. So it's a lot of time going by. And I'm like, she can't find me. I know she can't find me. So I text her, you know, but I know she's carrying the wine. So I'm like, fuck, you know, like, well, she'll put it down. She'll put it down. She'll put one down. She'll feel the vibrate in her butt, and she'll put it down. So I text her. Nothing. Text her again. Nothing. I look down. Baby's got her phone.
Oh, no.
So I was like, she has her watch. She has her Fitbit thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, but I don't know how many words, because I don't know it. I don't know how many words go across like in a text. So I was just like, at corner of Stylin'. Which was like the T-shirt company was there. Mm-hmm. At corner of Stylin'. I just kept sending it over and over again, hoping that she'd eventually see it, you know. And nothing. Time is going by. Finally, my phone starts ringing. It's like some random ass Chicago number. And she's like, where are you? And I'm like, I'm at the corner of Stylin'. She links up with me. She's like, I've been trying to find you. I realized I didn't have my phone. I realized that I was too far from my phone for my fucking Fitbit Bluetooth to be connected. So
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
I just asked a random stranger. I was like, here I am carrying 2 glasses of wine. It's spilling all over me from people bumping into me. And I'm like, can I use your phone? I've lost my husband and children. And they were like, your children? She was like, yeah, my 2-year-old has my phone. She's like, somebody was like, you lost your 2-year-old? And
but not right now.
Well, we ended up doing that. It was a little bit of that was the prophecy of the Force.
Right.
So like, but she was like, no, but here she is, like covered in wine, holding 2 glasses, like probably, you know, a little tipsy anyway, like asking to use her phone because she lost her 2-year-old. It's pretty fucking funny. So news.
Tons of it.
Not that much.
Pare it down now.
I kind of feel like Phil had a lot going on.
Yeah, Phil, he always has a lot going on, but like some of that shit, I'm like, you know, Phil.
God damn it, Bobby.
Phil, I appreciate Phil. Phil does most of our notes now, so I appreciate that 100%. But like Phil, sometimes there's like shit in there. I've talked to him about it. It'll be like, so and so might play such and such in a movie that might be signed to such and such that might come out in 2023. I'm like, I'm going to leave it out. I'm going to discuss that one. So first note is take that, Oprah. You see all this shit?
Yeah.
Fucking Oprah took down all of her fucking interviews regarding that Michael Jackson shit.
She did come back and say that she still believes them or some shit. There's been
Yeah,
more
I'm
to-
sure.
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
You don't believe him that much anymore.
Yeah.
Because some of the shit the dude said at the timeline, it was regarding the train. Because the dude was like, yeah, one of the things we did was he abused me in the train station, like at Michael's house.
Yeah.
But then like somebody did the research on it, it was like the train station wasn't even built till like 5 years after he said.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. So HBO was trying to pull the plug on it, and Oprah took down all the shit, like, and it all happened at once.
Do you think this vindicates him, or is the damage already done?
For me, I think like it's interesting because most people that have watched the documentary that I've spoken to have been like, there's no fucking way in any world that possibly exists on any universe that I would ever leave my kid with him for 2 seconds. I wouldn't even leave my kid with him to walk over and pick up my order at the fast food counter and walk back and get my kid. But I think those people are full of shit.
It can be both. He can be a child molester, and those kids can get molested at the same time.
Correct. That's true. I don't think he is, but I agree.
And
that has become part of the community vernacular.
yeah. It also you can't look through the veil of ignorance anymore of that. Like it's been exposed. Like it's been exposed that those rumors exist.
Mm-hmm.
Like 1985, we wouldn't think anything of it. Hey, mom and dad, can I go sleep over at Michael Jackson's house? Fuck yeah, you can.
Right? Yeah. Good point.
You know?
That's a good point. Well, I don't even know though, man. I don't even know though.
Well,
I don't think my dad would let me.
Your mom would.
Yeah, but it's my mom. My mom didn't care about my well-being.
That's what I'm saying. That's all that matters.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's-
yeah, for
it-
parents
it's-
not to care about their kids'
Exactly,
well-being. Yeah, no,
exactly.
100%.
You experienced that this weekend.
I mean, I was flipping through. I actually canceled my satellite radio this past week, but prior to that, I was flipping through the other day, and
Seriously?
and R. Kelly song was on, and I was like, I can't believe they're playing an R. Kelly.
Yeah,
song.
it's weird.
I was listening to Mason wanted to listen to some Biggie, so we listened to
I like him
his
already.
first two albums, and that song came on. And I said, we can't listen to that. He's like, why not? I said, because it's an R. Kelly song, and now if you really listen to it, it's disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah, some of that shit doesn't sound
Have you watched the
like
interview when he flips out?
You good?
Yeah, I've seen
I want to see memes
Kill
of it.
King.
I saw like the highlight clips, but like I haven't seen the
Every
whole thing.
tell he does. He does.
I need to watch.
literally
I need to
every
watch that.
tell
I need to watch that.
Of a guilty person.
of a guilty person. Yeah.
The,
tell.
the next one is Jokes and Lightsabers and Now Knives. The Child's Play 2 trailer hit.
Yeah,
Kind of weak.
yeah.
I don't care.
They don't show you anything until the end. You finally hear his voice at the end. And Mark Hamill sounds like he's doing a great job, I feel like.
As
But-
usual.
I don't like the fact that just Chucky's to Skynet. He's Skynet.
Yeah, I
that
don't
like
either.
instead of Terminators, he's a little kid.
But is that appropriate for the age? I'm with you. But is it the wrong choice not to do that today?
I'm all right. I'm all right if he's a little robot baby that kills people. That's fine. Right?
I want a giant baby pig.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
You don't want
the
an
fact,
app associated with it, right?
yeah, I don't want him to be able to hack people's cars and wreck them.
Yeah,
It just seems stupid.
yeah. That's dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
so trash.
Yeah.
It's just Alexa. But on little baby feet.
Should rename your
Mouse Clout. So Netflix stock drops as Disney Plus gets announced.
If it's $4.99 and I can link it to my Hulu, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a package deal
Yeah.
with Hulu and ESPN.
Yeah.
Because they're a Disney company. And
Everything is.
yeah, true.
Soon.
But I'm in.
Yeah, I'm in too.
I'm in for
Do you
that.
have,
Like,
Hulu? Do you have Hulu?
no.
I have Hulu.
No, so
And it's supposedly. I'm hoping it's just a bolt on to Hulu.
Yeah, I mean, you can do that with. I mean, I have Hulu as well. You can do it like with Cinemax and
Sure.
shit
So
like
it's
HBO.
because they own a piece of Hulu.
They own like 80% of Hulu.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like, like I get it's the Loki show is coming, the Winter Soldier Falcon show is coming, the Vision Wanda show is
Yep.
coming. Like
it's all part of the
plus the Star
MSU.
Wars shit, which would have been enough already.
Right.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know,
in.
like-
It's
It's going to be a ton. And I have a question.
I'm not going to watch any of it, but I'm in.
I'll
you
get one of your
think-
passwords. It'll be fine.
Do you think they're going to follow suit and put out seasons, or are they going to do try to do episodes?
Let me ask you about preference.
Hulu's always done seasons. That
Let me ask you about preference. What's your
And
preference
DC is.
there?
I,
I want it episodic.
I hate an episode. When there's something out right now, there's like 2 episodes in, I don't watch that shit. I wait till it's all done and then I watch the whole thing at the one
So
time.
I'm back to watching Game of Thrones, which I didn't mention my nerd week because it's small potatoes in comparison to everything else that happened. But I'm enjoying like watching my 1 hour, and then I have a week to look forward to the
I
next
think
thing. I'm enjoying the time.
I would
you're,
rather have
You're
that.
right, but I don't know.
I hate it.
Don't get me wrong. I love taking advantage of it when like that episode drops and you're like, I have to know what happens next. You know, I love taking advantage of that, but I'm also enjoying.
I think Netflix does that more than any other show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Say no, we
Right.
got you.
Yeah.
I just lose interest. Sometimes after a week, I don't catch it. I'm like, ugh. And then after the 1 week passed, then I'm like, I'm out.
Well, I will say, like,
Yeah.
there's some shows on the like. I stopped watching Gotham because I missed so many episodes because Hulu would only
Yeah.
have 5 at a time due to the contract.
Right.
So, like, at one point, I missed a couple episodes. I was just like, "Fuck it, I don't feel."
But even Hulu's original series, they release every week, and DC does their shit every week. They release their stuff every week.
Maybe that has something to do with the quality of the content.
What do you mean?
Like maybe if the show was better, you'd be more committed to watching it episodically.
Do you watch Game of Thrones?
Because there's a lot of trash shows
I guess.
and a lot of subpar shows.
I mean, I watch a ton of stuff on Hulu that comes out. Like, you know, I don't know what day these shows come on, but I'll just check my feed. I'm like, you know, Blackish has a new episode. I'll watch that, or you know, these ridiculous sitcoms I watch.
Appointment television.
Well, but I don't have an appointment because it's just there when I want it.
Right. But yeah, I can't wait.
I'm not saying I don't want it to be. Oh shit! It's Thursday at 8. I got to sit down and watch The Mandalorian. No, I want it to be that show comes out on Thursday. I know after Thursday I can watch it.
And I tell you what, I'm going to look into the DC shit too when that time comes, when the Disney shit pops. And I'm going to be like, man, if I can buy the DC shit and the Disney shit for the same price that I'm spending for Netflix,
That just went up.
I'll drop Netflix, keep those two.
Let's just share password.
Yeah, well, Netflix is frustrating though because we can't be on the same password.
Huh?
We could
No,
create.
you can buy four. You can buy 4 screens.
Oh, okay.
We could make a community here.
Yeah, true.
You go and all go to jail now.
It's a value proposition.
But I don't.
Because we now conspired.
And then share my HBO account because nobody really has one.
No, I don't
And-
know anybody that pays for it.
Me neither. Everybody I know has a password.
It's on the same password too, probably.
Yeah. I'm like, yours is Sexy Garbage Man 69 also? But but anyway, like, I can live just fine with Disney, Hulu, DC, and HBO if it's the same price as Netflix and drop Netflix, me personally. I can really probably do just Disney and HBO. Everything else is a fucking bonus.
Tracking.
You know?
You won't.
I will try. If we don't, it's my wife.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. You won't.
Yeah.
Well, she's already dropped the DVDs, so.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought you were going to get the DVDs back.
So, yeah. That's what I wanted to do, but now this Disney shit changes everything.
What if Disney offered DVDs?
Hey, Bobby.
Yeah.
So they're supposedly going to have every Disney movie ever. Do you think they'll have Song of the South?
No.
Okay.
Really?
That's my guess.
My guess would be the same.
Bullshit.
I
agree
thought
it's
of that when they
bullshit.
said
And
every movie.
I think it's unfortunate because I don't think people understand that movie's message. But anyway, they at least get the trailers right. This fucking Phoenix trailer looks good, man. This latest one.
It does look good.
It
does look good.
It's the Phoenix Force that actually possesses her.
Yeah.
Like.
So is the lady in white who was in Jurassic Park? Is she like the subconscious, like the Phoenix talking to her?
I don't know.
If that's the case,
You're good
I
with
like
that?
that.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
I'm not turned off by it.
Yeah.
I'm open to it.
I'm not
And it
turned
looks
up by
like
her.
everybody dies.
Good.
You know.
Fuck them.
Joe went to the negative side again.
No, it's positive.
Didn't
We're
last
going to be
long.
done with this shit.
Yeah. That's
Move
true,
on
too.
to something good.
All right, so let's get into this Star Wars shit. For one, quick news stuff out of the way. Fallen Order trailer. Anybody watch that?
Yeah.
Is that the video game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in.
I want to
Are
play
you, Bobby?
Me too.
Are you?
Well, I'm in to buy it.
You
playing it is the
you playing video games is like Adam's wanting to do projects.
Yeah, playing it is the hard part.
Hey, I fucking stained my table. Thank you very much.
It looks great, by the way.
Thank you.
I'll at least
Smells
watch
amazing.
the cutscenes on YouTube.
Yeah,
If I
dude,
don't play it.
isn't that great?
Game Addicts? I love Game Addicts.
That's fucking. Is that what they're called?
Well,
this
this one specific channel that does it. It's
fucking great,
It takes a
man.
whole game, take all the scenes out,
All
and
the
all the
cinematics.
It makes a
gameplay
movie.
and make a movie.
It makes a
out of
movie. That's perfect. I mean, it's like 20 hours long, but I could do that.
But it's a show.
Just staying on my feet.
Yeah, because
Go
you
ahead.
can paint while you're watching that. You can't paint while you're actually playing it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Facts.
Cassian show is coming like in 2023 or some shit.
Is that the Resistance show?
No, that's the kids show. Rise of the Resistance or whatever.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
The Cassian show is live action, and the dude is the
Please
dude.
tell me that's not the name of it, though.
No, I think it's called Cassian though.
The Cassian Show.
No, I think it's called
starring
Cassian.
K2SO.
Yeah, but the guy who just K2 has signed on for it.
Yeah, what's his
His name is awesome.
I can't think of it.
All I need now is that 2-tube signature, and I'm fucking.
Hey,
locked and
was
loaded.
there a 2 Tubes cosplay?
There was one, and much like the rest of the 2-tubes in my life, I didn't get to see it.
Oh, man, that sucks.
Caleb texted me, and he was like, "There's like 2-tubes on the floor," and I was like,
That hunt is fun. How interesting could a Cassian show be?
So here's the thing. Let's just transition into the next thing. We'll talk about it together.
Yeah.
I asked the same question about The Mandalorian.
Yeah, The Mandalorian
and then
takes place in that time period we want to see, though.
And then I saw the trailer, and I was like, I'm 100%.
Is it a trailer
behind
like that
this.
behind the
you weren't
scenes?
on board.
Too.
Yeah,
They have
you
a-
didn't
I was
care.
not
You
on
weren't
board.
on board
I didn't
initially,
care.
yeah.
I just saw the behind the scenes.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
This was
'cause-
good.
Yes, and then there's a trailer that they showed also. That one's harder to find. I
The
don't know why
the
they haven't just
Mandalorian
released it. Just
trailer,
release it. You know what I mean?
If you go on YouTube and just put in it's a cam, but you can see.
Yeah,
it.
all of it
It's
that I've
not
seen
great,
is
but-
a cam.
I don't know why.
Candid cam.
I don't know why they haven't released that. That was
That's
strange.
crazy. But so the Cassian story, like, I'm up for anything with K2SO, and I think there is more story to tell with him. Like, all that Black Ops shit is
Yeah,
interesting
it could
to
be
me.
really, It could be. I mean,
So-
there's some. I don't think they can tell a bad story. I don't think they can in that
Mm-hmm.
world. There's nothing I don't want to see.
Me neither.
I mean, if there's a Gungan freaking show,
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in.
Oh, you just
You saw in big doo-doo, Jojo. I'll try to get on there as a voice actor.
So the Mandalorian, the IG-11 or whatever, that's fucking awesome. And like, it's like seeing him in action. Now I feel like when I watch Empire, I'm gonna be like, oh, that's a fucking problem. That thing's a fucking monster. Like, because now when I watch it, I'm like, this is dumb. It's a bunch of pipes. Who would hire this dickhead? You know, like you got all these other like Bosk and Fett. There's obvious the two obvious members you buy. You like, you know what I mean? You don't fucking get this dickhead like with the fucking mechanical pencil
Beep,
head.
bop, boop.
Mechanical pencil head. But I think it looks amazing. And what I'm happy about most is the production quality value of it. It looks like a film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like
Yeah, dude,
regular
John
TV.
Favreau is fucking awesome.
And he's
man.
on it. Yeah, he's on it.
That dude has been going to Golden Corral
He's-
a lot. That dude is huge.
I know he lost all that weight too.
Yeah, and it's cool that Dave Filoni's
Stress.
involved in it too.
Well, if
Stress.
no. If you crash,
you love something, you let it go. If it comes back, it was meant to be.
Yeah, you see me around Christmas time. We'll see how that works out.
How you doing, by the way?
I'm maintaining. I'm still pretty much eating whenever I want. I'm keeping an eye on my weight, but my body hates me right now because I had Arby's for lunch.
Those fries, Mac.
The fries were good.
Shout out
The
Dante.
sandwich
Yeah,
was-
shout out to Dante. Good things on here.
I thought it was cool that Dave Filoni's involved with it, with the Mandalorian.
Yeah, me too.
The guy that did Rebels and
Clone Wars.
Clone Wars. Yeah, the guy that wears the fancy hat all the time.
Yeah.
That hat's a bit much, but you know.
Yeah, and he does a lot. He does a lot of those supplementary books and stuff too. Like
does
the
he?
art guides and not the art guides, but
Smart
the,
guy.
the visual guides and all that kind of stuff. The Clone Wars trailer looked fucking incredible to me, and it's going to be 3 stories now. Like it's
I haven't seen any of that stuff, but I'm excited about it.
It's the last though, right? That's it.
yeah, that's it. This is the one that Lucas wanted to do, that the deal went down and he canceled it. But it's Siege of Mandalore, and then there's 2 other
so
ones
they're
that come
gonna
before it.
So they're finishing Clone Wars. is what it
Correct.
is.
They're
That's
finishing
awesome.
the
Oh, wow.
original vision
because I hated the way it ended.
Yeah, yeah, and the little bonus episodes or whatever, the lost missions, made it more palatable
Yeah.
for me, but it still didn't give you the good vibes.
And Rebels is just done, right?
Rebels is done.
Okay.
I still haven't watched season 4 because I'm watching it with my family. I want to watch season 4 with them for the first time. But it's getting to be to a point where I got to watch it myself. And people seem to love Rebels. I've only watched season 3, and I'm kind of like, it's fine. So I don't know. Maybe season 4 does something great, but I haven't. There's like 2 great episodes I've seen so far. Let's see. Then there was. I feel like there's one other thing we got to talk about before the. Well, let's go ahead. I think. Let me just make sure. Cassian, Mandalorian, Clone Wars 9. So the teaser hit for 9.
Where were you when you saw it, Bobby?
So I was in the main hallway.
I was in Bobby's car.
Were people at least being quiet so you could hear it, or is everybody? Just
Everybody's going nuts.
Okay.
2 parts in particular: the TIE Fighter flip and the laugh.
Palpatine.
The laugh. So
I was walking back from the gym, and I was like, and I had my phone on me. I was like, oh shit. Here, just go out to a bar. I was like, hey, guys, you gotta wait. Hold
I
on
need
a
2
second.
minutes and 32
2 minutes.
seconds.
What's going on? But just shut up. Turn my headphones on.
So, let me say this. I love everything I saw. What concerns me is what I don't see.
The laugh.
The laugh and the title. Mm-hmm. That's what concerns me. I'll tell you what I think.
Okay.
The general word on the floor, rumor-wise, grain of salt. None of it was like from any credible source. It was just like,
So it's basically like the same shit we read every week on here.
yeah, almost.
Someone on the floor at Star Wars Celebration
Yeah,
said,
but like I mean, everybody was kind of talking about it. That, and I told you that I said this in the chat that a couple weeks ago, Adam had this picture that said Star Wars: A New Order, Episode 9, and I was like, huh, like it kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I was like, is this legit?
And it had the blue letters.
Yeah.
You know, and this one has the blue letters also. So the word on the floor was that Skywalker is going to be like to follow suit with what Kylo said. It's time to let old things go, the Jedi, the Sith, etc. That Skywalker becomes the new order.
The name of a Jedi.
I'm a
Jedi.
Skywalker, like my father before me.
And
It's fucking badass.
it is badass.
Kind of gives me like a...
I know.
I know.
Me too, dude. I'm telling you, man.
But that if that's the case, sold. If it's fucking Luke dusting off death, not sold. Not sold. And the Emperor laugh. Let me say this. I don't think the Emperor is going to be alive in this movie.
I don't think so either.
I think they're going to come across some kind of holocron or some shit, and it's going to be some message. The laugh is not a new laugh. Ian has come out. Ian, you know my pal Ian.
Yeah.
I Money, as I like to call him. He
I money. Is he an ophthalmologist? Is that what he is? Yes. That was good. See? It took a minute. Mark that one down, boys. I money.
He has come out and said I didn't record that laugh for this movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Way to spoil it.
Yeah. But one thing cool about it just is that so the lights went down, the trailer went on. Mm-hmm. The trailer came off, the lights went up, and it was just him on stage.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he said, "Roll it again," and then they ran
That's
it back.
awesome.
Oh, that's nice.
How long of an applause was it before
Oh,
he could?
it was insane.
Yeah.
It was insane. I mean, both I'm in the room that I've watched on video now 1,000 times, and in the fucking con.
That's awesome.
Anybody else?
I might get long-winded on this.
And I got more to say too.
Yeah.
I just
I'm worried about the laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Like, part of me is like, oh, cool. And then part of me is like, whoa, this is dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Emperor is one of my favorite characters of all time.
Of mankind, right? Of mankind. The Emperor of mankind.
Yes.
him too.
That's him too. Both of them.
You just like emperors, it seems like.
I mean, I think that we quote the Emperor. We use
Yeah.
that in our vernacular. The voice becomes yeah.
From sequels, from prequels
Yeah,
to
yeah.
like because he is like one of the most like it is the
Captivating.
prequels. It is
Yeah.
the prequels that made him one of the most quotable characters in Star Wars.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
of Darth Plagueis.
Is it wild?
Have you ever heard the tale?
Just saw Bobby's tongue like a lot.
Plagueis the Wise.
You need to brush back there a little
So
more.
wise, even stopped the wise from wising.
So, I mean, like,
I got my eye on you on that one. Bobby.
I don't think that any of the prequels has made a poor teaser. You know what I mean? I think the teasers have always grabbed us and captivated us.
To this day, the episode 1 teaser is one of my favorite trailers of all time.
Yeah. You know, so it's fine. I mean, it's little bits like, obviously, Rey rebuilds the lightsaber. It's got a little extra piece in there. I guess she welded over there. She's fighting a TIE fighter, which seems crazy, but that's cool. The little embrace with Leia, which I'm glad to see. We'll actually see some footage of her and how they're going to. That's really cool.
I'm gonna let you finish, but there's a shot of them holding the medal. You know what I thought? Me and Mason watched this a couple times this afternoon because I knew I wanted to have it fresh in my mind, and I said, Wouldn't it be great if Leia has that and says, "Hey Chewie, you want
I fucking thought the same thing. I was like, if
And
this
he goes-
is one she's been saving for him,
And he
I'm
goes-
going to cry. And that fucking movie did it. I'm going to 100%
Yeah,
fall like
that'd
a
be
child.
100% fan service right there.
And
Right?
he
Yeah,
just-
yeah,
yeah.
But I'm okay with some.
Yeah, yeah,
fan
yeah. Oh,
service.
dude, yeah, I hear you, I hear
don't
you.
get me
And
wrong.
he just goes and takes it, just shrugs his shoulders and takes it.
He pulls out of his knapsack.
Yeah, he's had it the whole
Dude,
time.
if he puts,
he pulls
we
it
don't know
out.
what's in there.
Yeah.
Chewy snacks.
Yeah.
Chewie's
But I do have my concerns with it, of course. But dude, like the rise of Skywalker, that name makes me feel like Anakin Skywalker is rising
Oh, dude,
in Rey. You know what I mean?
Another
Like,
resurrection.
You're gonna feel like she, that, like that's like
I think
like
that's
she's she's the Skywalker.
Has it been established that they're on Tatooine?
No.
I think they're on Tatooine.
I think it's
I
possible.
thought there's rumors of that though, right?
Because I thought you said something. Now that may be past spoil. I don't want to.
yeah, there's
Somebody said they were somewhere and that was what they were doing.
there is they shot in Jordan.
Yeah.
And the rumor is that Jordan the rumor is that Jordan was used for two different locations, Jakku and Tatooine.
Gotcha.
because they're so different.
right. Actually, he just came out and said something about that. That's one of his biggest regrets.
What's that?
Was Jakku being a desert planet.
Oh, I thought it was because there's sand and it gets everywhere.
JJ.
Really?
Yeah, he was like his initial idea was to go with a swampy planet.
Yeah.
And he said he wishes that's how it went down.
But you know, this I've been talking to a lot of people about, talking to my brother a lot here recently about it, and it does make me realize, like, I am eager to see how this whole wraps up. But I do think that there's more blame to JJ with my gripes about how the trajectory of the series, that it really is at his feet with this. Like, I don't think that we're ever going to find who Rey's parents are. I just don't think.
He did say that there's going to be the story given to that. He did say that.
Yeah.
I mean, but he says a lot.
Yeah. Or it's not going to matter. You know what I mean? I guess they've already alluded there's a little bit of a love thing between Kylo and, like, romantic.
Nope.
Really?
Nope. Because they keep trying to get the answer to that, and Daisy was just asked all at Celebration, and she dodged it. You know.
We'll see.
So the scene where the shot is there's a ship flying to this. It's I don't know
An
where they are.
A-wing.
Yeah, and it's like a kind of a mountainous kind of deal. What the hell is that?
So we don't know. Kevin Smith was on that set. He said it is the largest movie set he's ever seen in his life.
Really? Well, I mean, he did do Clerks.
That's
so
true.
let's put
That's
it
a
in
good
scale.
point.
37.
I'll tell you what else I really love now that we're just talking about it. That shot where they approach the Death Star.
Oh, the sheet, like the blown up Death Star at the very
Oh,
end.
that gives me chills.
They're
dude.
all together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's one of the things I've said that needs to be established. They need to be established as a team. They need to work and see them do some
That's the
mission
first time we've ever seen them all together
as a team.
Yeah.
Other than the end of eight.
I wonder too, like what if the Emperor's been alive the whole time, just living in a fucking
I don't
piece of Death
think
Star?
so, because he would have
Well,
done
I mean,
something with his
listen,
life. And,
Huh?
and this
What
amount
if
of
that planet doesn't have any? It's just like a remote planet. Like,
They would
he's
have to
living on
explain it somehow.
a desert island for 30
I
years.
mean, Darth Maul came back with robot legs.
That's exactly what I said.
Exactly
That's
what Joe said.
That's exactly what I said.
That's
You
canon
just found him
stuff.
in the cave after a whole bunch of time, just hanging
Maybe
out.
he's got robot
But
legs.
like,
too.
my first instinct to this is like, well, then fucking Vader didn't kill him if he's still alive.
That's my biggest issue.
Yeah,
because
like-
if Vader didn't, for me, and we see
Yeah,
this differently,
yeah.
which is fine. If Vader didn't kill him, Vader didn't bring balance to the Force.
Yeah, did
Like-
you see that quote? How they quoted what the specific what the prophecy says, that a child be born of no father that will bring balance to the Force, or some shit like they have like the
So
actual
that's
prophet-
from a book.
yeah, the
That's
prophecy quote.
It's from a book called Master and Apprentice, which just came out. It was
Yeah.
a novel. My only thing with that
Yeah,
is the one thing they've been doing consistently is disregarding what the fuck they're doing in the novels and comics.
Although it's
Okay.
canon, technically.
Correct.
Technically.
But like they're walking all over that shit. Like that's my biggest thing of the left hand not knowing what the right hand is doing with the Disney Star Wars property is that the comics, the novels and the movies are not in a symbiotic relationship.
I think it's because there's too many things going on at the same time to
It
really
might
keep
be.
track of.
It might be there. And another thing JJ said was that him, Kathy Kennedy, Ryan Johnson, and George Lucas all work together on the script.
Really?
All right, good.
Nice.
So like that makes me feel good because I feel like JJ is good at putting the ball on the tee. Mm-hmm. You know, I just don't know how good he is at getting the ball in the hole, so to speak. Like he can tee off like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? He'll get you on the fairway maybe, but like, and if he doesn't tee off, he's at least picked the perfect tee. And the perfect, you know what I mean? It's what he does from there that most people seem to have an issue with.
Do you think that
like Lost and
Yeah.
Star Trek?
Do you think that they have somebody somewhere that's the continuity expert that you have to run things by?
Filoni.
Okay, the reason I say that is WWE actually just hired a continuity person just to keep everything lined up, and that came to mind. I'm like, I wonder if they're like, hey, I want to use this character in this story with this big guy. If you can, the comic writers.
I meant to say Pablo Hidalgo is their
the guy who does the books.
Yes.
Okay.
And he's the guy that's their continuity guy.
I wonder if he's one of these guys. Actually,
I don't think so.
no, I'm just saying somebody's like, well, we can use this person. He's actually, if you read the novels from, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that like there's some everything like. Let me ask you a question. The guy that Kylo picks up and slams, is that a knight?
Oh yeah, I think so.
I think so too, and most
Yeah.
people seem to assume
Like a
that.
knight of-
but that's
Knight of
a knight of
Ren.
Ren.
I didn't catch that.
But
I
most
looked at that a couple times. I
It
didn't catch
seems like a big giveaway.
Now, don't we know that there's going to be flashbacks in this one? Didn't we hear that at one point?
I don't know, but like that seems like a big giveaway to me.
Joe,
That the
did you
Knights
watch
of
the
Ren
trailer?
and
I know you
him
don't
are
watch
at
trailers.
odds.
Yeah, I watched it
You
today
watched
in
it
Trailer's
today?
car.
That seems like a lot to show.
Yeah, I hear you. But it could be all.
Sleight of hand. It could.
It won't be the first time that something in the trailer was never in the movie.
Right. The Hulk running with.
Now I'm talking about just Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, Marvel's the most famous for it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's the same company.
yeah. But I just feel like that's too easy. Like, because that was my first initial reaction too. Was this is the Knight of Ren that he's picking up and slamming down? But like that automatically says the Knights of Ren and Kylo Ren are at odds.
Yeah, I don't think that's.
It just seems like a
unless
lot.
it's a misdirection. I don't know.
Well, it could be anyway.
And
Just
it's
assuming it could be.
it's a silhouette. It's just like the helmet and shit kind of looks
Kylo-
Knight of Renish.
And he's definitely welding his mask back together.
Yeah.
Right.
So
And the rumor is with Kyber.
Really.
what do you mean? Using kyber crystals? What does that do?
It's supposed to
Channels
be
the Force,
Yeah,
right?
it's supposed to help channel the Force.
That's what the dark side
Oh,
uses.
it's like
for-
Magneto's helmet. He's going to repel force powers with his head.
So like that's.
Maybe.
And we don't even know that that's his helmet too that he's welding. You know, it could be still part of Vader's and his
Yeah.
mixed.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Yeah. But yeah,
Where do you put the pieces of my helmet?
oh, and it's yeah.
Somebody pick it up.
Some robot like.
BB hate. If BB hate has it, I'm on board. And the music was all Leia's theme,
Oh, was it?
which like felt good to me. You know, like
So let's play some prediction games.
okay.
Do you think Rey is? You don't think Rey at this point is a Solo or a Skywalker anymore? Has that ship sailed for you?
No.
You still think that she's a?
I
Solo?
still think it's possible.
Do you
I think,
think-
I'm subscribed to the same boat I was about halfway through the 8 shit. She's either a Solo or she's no one.
Is it important to you to learn whatever that is? Well, let me ask you that different. Do you think it's important to the story for them to find to say who?
It depends on Kylo.
Okay.
I think it's important for the Skywalker bloodline to continue. If it continues through Kylo, then fine. If it doesn't, if Kylo is killed, you know, like my one, I wouldn't say regret, but like the one thing I wished would have happened in 8 that didn't happen, and I prefer the way that 8 ended, to be honest, but even if it happened halfway through it, if it happened at the Snoke scene, was for both of them to flip.
A double turn.
Rey flipped and Kylo flipped.
So Kylo was good and Rey was evil.
Yeah, like they
And there was lots of rumors of that.
like
too.
that it happened then. Like, you know, she saw him becoming good, he saw her becoming bad, and both happened. Like,
It's hard to pull off.
you know, and then we could have seen like Rey as a Sith. Like, you know, I think that would have been fucking cool. So that's that's something. But with the white suit, it seems even less likely.
You want to read my fan fiction of that?
And she was in darker colors and shit. Like, it just seemed like there was a lot of cards. Like, it's not going to go the way you think, and all that kind of stuff. But I would like for the Skywalkers to be redeemed somehow, because if Kylo dies a villain, the Skywalker lineage dies a villain. That I don't know how that would sit with me. We were just talking last week. What's more important, the journey or the end? Yeah, like that's one of those things.
By the way, to commentate on that, I definitely say, to me, I enjoy the journey more than the end.
Yeah, same.
I get it, and I'd like to say it, but I'm not sure. I'm really not sure that I do. I might enjoy the end more.
Well, I'm just talking about even like personal stuff, getting to the point of what the end is. I enjoy getting there more.
In that regard, I enjoy the journey.
That's what I'm sorry. That's what I'm speaking of.
Yeah.
What are your fears from what you've seen in the trailer?
What I don't see. That Luke is resurrected, and
Emperor's
that
alive.
the Emperor's still alive.
And then they duel.
But it's that really old slow dueling.
Oh yes, no flipping.
So there's no flipping. Basically holding your stick out. Yeah.
Did he definitely hit that?
Yeah.
Dude, I want the Emperor to give Luke one of those spins.
This corkscrew spin.
Hit him one of the corkscrew.
That's still one of the greatest fucking moments to me, man. What happens after that isn't great.
Treason, then.
I am the Senate.
Yeah.
See, best
Dude,
lines.
It's good. It's good.
God damn it! They better not fuck that up. And it's funny, man. Like, and this is my big concern. Like,
I love stormtroopers with jetpacks too. By the way,
do they have them in there?
yeah, they're like flying through the dust.
Oh, that's cool. I can't complain about that. Everything should have jetpack.
Yeah,
I agree. I've come to grips where, like, I just feel like my brother had. I want him to come and talk. He's got this great analogy. He's talking about Star Trek, the new Discovery, whatever. He's like, I try to watch the first season, but finally I just figured out that it's just garbage. And he's like, and the problem is, there's a meme that can best explain it, and it shows like somebody from Chief O'Brien from like the
Deep Space Nine.
No, from. Well, he's in Deep Space Nine as well, from like Next Generation.
Next Generation, yeah.
He's like, Captain, the quantum field here is causing temporal rifts, and the ship's going to fall in. And then it's just a new one. It's like time crystals.
Like the Harry Potter syndrome.
It's everything's dumbed down. You know what I mean? It's just like the plot devices are just in Discovery. It's like it's time crystals, and it's just like this is it. It's like before they tried to like engage in like these crazy concepts, and it made you think, and they were these really good stories, and now it's just like bullshit. He's like they find the cash cow. Is it because of the money cow? It drives me crazy. I was like, the cash cow. Yeah, the money cow. And they're just milking.
You got the wrong fucking cow.
Yeah, he's just milking. They're just milking the cash cow, right? Like for everything. The cow is shriveling up and fucking turned into a California raisin. And like, so like I feel that way in aspects of like 8. I look back now. I was like, damn, they didn't really have that much room to go. What they laid down for episode 7. I do believe that now. And so, like, I'm trying to give Rian Johnson the benefit of the doubt for some things. I don't like the trajectory, but now I got to the point, like, you know what? It doesn't really fucking matter what happens in 9. And I'm like, like, if I wasn't friends with you guys, and like we didn't have the relationship we had but I still like Star Wars as much as I did, I might not go see 9 in the theater. That's that's the taste that 8 is left in my mouth, so to speak. But now, by pulling back the Emperor, I'm like. don't do that, because it could either be really good, right? And I'm up for that, or they could just fuck the Emperor up.
Yeah, well, see, like,
I'm like, dude, why that it seems like such a risky endeavor,
Well, I think that I get the impression that they know the stakes of this movie, and I don't mean that for the sequel trilogy. I mean that for all of it.
Because there's so much stuff coming out
I think
after this.
they know that in this movie, there's so much that's kind of unanswered. We're still arguing about what balance of the Force means. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think they know that there's so many threads that are untied from
that's
episode
what I worry about.
4 through episode 8.
Like, how are they going to fit all these plot points in 2.5 hours?
I think they're just gonna be like,
how do they wrap this shit up?
I think they're gonna be like, I didn't wear blackface. And just leave it at that.
And when I
just
say
walk
that,
away.
I mean 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8. And I think that they're main objective is to tie it all up, and they keep using the same terminology: a satisfying ending.
It's all about the midichlorians. That's what.
Yeah.
That's going to tie it all together.
You know, and I think that is their focus. So I think that one of the things with Palpatine is I don't think it's going to be Palpatine in the flesh.
I mean, even if it's Palpatine in ghost form?
No, holocron or a hologram or some shit, some message. In Battlefront, he's like downloaded into droids and shit, like they can carry on a message for him.
Yeah, I hear you, but like the fact that he goes, because no one really ever dies, or whatever he says, or and then you hear and you hear a cackle or whatever. It's alluding to he's there.
Of course.
But so I mean, I don't think.
But I don't think that that's
a plot device.
Yeah, I don't think that that's.
I think
it,
Luke's
though.
a force ghost, and I like your recording. And
yeah, I think they're going to find something like because we keep hearing there's going to be this huge MacGuffin. You know, like I think they're going to find something in that Death Star, and that Death Star is. Yeah,
it's going to be a clone.
It's going to be Vader's.
I mean,
robot hand.
What if?
And it's taken on a whole life of its own. It's created more battle droids.
What if that's where he's not in some cave? What if he's in that Death Star?
That's what I said earlier. That he crashed on the Death Star. It's like a desert island.
Yeah.
But I think that it's more that
he's living on fucking cockroaches and mice.
I think it's more that they come across the MacGuffin. They find the MacGuffin in the Death Star. And I don't think it's going to be. I could be wrong. I have nothing to base it off of other than my hunch.
Planet would that
there is items in the lore.
Maybe whatever the Endor is a moon of.
Like,
good call.
There has been items.
No, it's not. It might be, dude.
That it possessed people.
What
like a lightsaber used by a Sith Lord, but
when carries the memories or
when
whatever.
You carry the lightsaber, he becomes you. Like he takes over your body, like the spirit of the Sith Lord, like takes over your body, like parasitically.
Maybe
I'm pretty sure that's insane.
I know there's this thing that, like the Force, like strong Force users. Like if we were all strong Force users and we all decided to quit podcasting tomorrow and we sold these mics, the next person that used these mics would feel our presence.
Oh, okay.
Wait, they recovered Vader's helmet, right?
Yeah, he's
yes.
It's from the same place.
Got it.
It's from the same place.
Force Moon of Endor, yes.
Yeah.
I mean that Death Star is where they would have found it, right?
No, because Luke took Vader's body to Endor.
With the helmet?
Burned him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Remember he played the harmonica?
Yeah. Over his dead body. Yeah.
No, but like I was saying before, I don't think they need to answer any of that stuff. I think they can just move on with it and pretend like it never happened.
Well,
all these loose threads. I don't know what you're talking about. It was me.
But the word satisfying, it's that word. And the fact that they're talking to Lucas and trying to figure out what the fuck his crazy ass was thinking. And
maybe. Lucas was on the set of The Mandalorian. Did you see that?
Yeah, he's like working pretty closely with all of them.
That's
now.
fucking cool.
Yeah, I dig that.
I got to fix it and you fucked it all up. Stupid.
Oh, mouse in the house.
I mean, he doesn't have the greatest ideas.
That's true. But you know what? One thing I wanted to mention when I was in the droid room, like they have like a battle droid there. And I was like, man, like it's the voice.
Oh, absolutely.
Because this thing, there's a terrifying element about like seeing it in person in scale. I was like, if there was an army of these things,
Roger.
it is intimidating.
Oh yeah, fucking robots.
You know, it's the fucking
until they talk.
It's until they talk.
If they just moved a certain way, like a little bit more, insectoid type of thing, they would be fucking freaky.
More with a purpose, like with games.
Yeah, like soldiers.
Yeah,
like nerds.
Yeah,
fucking nerds.
Legs.
But dude, you gotta admit,
walking.
When that transport lands on Naboo and they all unfold that first time,
yes, out of the tank,
that was fucking incredible.
Yeah,
yeah.
And then music.
And then they fought fucking Aquaman's people and.
You haven't seen that yet?
What, the Gungan?
It's not on
movie?
TBS yet.
It's not. Yeah, I'm waiting on TNT.
Are you going to refuse to watch it all together?
At this point, it's just out of principle. I'll watch it when it comes like on broadcast television. Except
Broadcast
I probably
television?
won't have
What does that
broadcast television at that point, so I'll have to. At that point, I'll watch it.
It'll be on
whenever it
Netflix,
gets scheduled.
Have you ever thought about changing it?
I've got it at my house. I just haven't watched it.
Oh, you have the DVD?
No, but I have the movie.
Have you ever thought about changing it?
Changing what?
That flavor of hate you're wearing.
It's delicious. No, at this point, it's just a rib. I'm just not gonna
Have you
watch it
talked to
out of
anybody who's
principle.
seen Shazam yet?
Yeah. Only one person though.
Okay,
It's only
Doesn't
three of
sound-
you guys
Doesn't
have
sound
seen it.
good.
They weren't happy with how dumb he was.
Oh, okay, because of the
Like the childish.
yeah,
you know,
he didn't have the
Gambino.
wisdom of Solomon yet. Gotcha.
So questions. We do have a few. I want to make sure I get the ones out of
Start from the bottom.
Well, I want to make sure I get the ones out of the picture ones that I sent. I want to make sure that I get my my main
We
responsibilities.
got several emails.
Yeah.
Several emails.
And we may not be able to get to them all. But one was sent to me, and then actually I had to get a reminder on this one too. They said, "You think you can work in my Joker Batman question this week?" I'm fucking up on the questions. Like, I am not doing a great job, and I apologize. But he said, "Where would DC be without Batman, and how has Joker changed over the years?" I guess the counterpoint is, where would Marvel be without Spider-Man? But I don't think it's the same thing.
It's not.
It's not.
Yeah,
It's-
Batman's a gateway drug in a Marvel. I mean DC.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah.
And it's the character is so unbelievably grounded that to get a breath of the fantastic with the Supermans and the Lanterns, and it almost seems like a breath of fresh air.
We've had so many iterations of the Joker. Like the Joker, I don't think was by far never my favorite Batman villain until Jack Nicholson. And then he was cool again. Like the Cesar Ramon Joker was kind of,
I mean, all of those
mustache,
villains.
dude.
though.
yeah, but I mean,
He
like
was my favorite.
The whole
the cartoons and everything.
He was
Eggman,
He was my favorite.
Eggman.
Clayface.
No,
Animated
I'm
series
talking
made me
about
love
66.
Clayface. Oh,
I mean, the Riddler I thought was always the coolest when I was a kid. 66 Batman, personally. Catwoman and the Penguin was good too.
I loved them all, but the
Yeah.
Joker was always my favorite.
Yeah, which Joker?
Since I was a kid, like the Cesar Romero one,
Okay.
and then the Jack Nicholson, and then the
Mark
Heath Ledger,
Hamill.
and
Yeah, I
not
mean-
the Jared Leto, and then maybe the
But there's still bits of the Jared Leto when you're like, damn, he
right
tapped
there.
into it right
So I
there.
was looking
yeah,
for it.
no,
It was right behind me.
it's just not my favorite. But like the one thing I like that he did is he cut his foreskin off. He mailed it to the people on set. Like that was fucking ballsy.
Right, that
you know?
was ballsy.
The
Do you think we're done with that Joker? Do you think we're
I
done
think so.
seeing that?
I think so. I did want to mention there's one story I forgot to the Chicago story. I was happy to take my kids through the train system and all this shit just to show them a different walk of life and to show them that, like, sometimes the fact that you have to sort your sofa cushions should be a reminder of how fortunate you are.
first world problems.
So we're walking past. There's this guy. He's obviously way gone on heroin, and he's on a bike. Kind of. The bike is flipped
bike
over.
adjacent.
He has a leg. One leg is definitely still on a pedal. The other leg is sort of about the tire. And he's sort of stuck in time because, like, the way he fell, like an elbow landed, a knee landed, is kind of braced the bike up at like a 45-degree angle, and his other leg is hanging over it, and he's just sort of like
Going
slumped
to
over.
lean.
So I went to go help him. As soon as I went to go help him, this lady came out and was like, "He's fine." And I could see it in her face, okay, this guy's a regular. She knows what time. Cool. I'm good. We're good here. So we continue on our way. Later on in the day, I'm like, she's like, why are we taking, why are we walking? Speaking of which, side note to the side note, I got her a coffee the day that we went to the zoo. She was fucking amazing. She was fucking great. Never complained once about the walking. Never complained once.
Oh,
I'm gonna
you need some caffeine?
caffeinate that kid every fucking day of her life from now on. She's gonna die at 38. So anyway,
I wish she liked it black. That would be the best.
that would be awesome. At any rate, so she's complaining about walking later on in the day, and I'm like, look, if the hardest part of your day is walking 6 blocks, that's why we're doing this. I want to show you a different side of life, and I was like, and there's also things you should be appreciative of. Just the fact that you're fucking 11 years old almost. And you're fucking well-traveled. You've been to Canada. You've been to Chicago. You've been to Jersey. You've been to Philly. You've been around for a kid.
You're not selling anything in Lasto.
So you know what I mean? Like I've shown you shit, And she's like, yeah, like today I saw that guy frozen on the street. I've never seen that before.
Oh wow! Frozen on the street.
But yeah, I think that Batman is Batman is to like the kind of the modern generation what Superman probably was to his generation. It's just,
Seems legit.
it's the most relatable character, even though he's so far beyond what any normal human is in terms of his intellect and ability and dedication and determination.
I'm scooting over to say this.
Here we go.
Do you think DC would still be in business if Batman wasn't one of their characters?
Yes,
Okay.
because of Superman. Like it's one of the 3 most recognizable symbols on the planet. Like, I think just having Superman shirts and socks and towels and
I think it's the cross.
it's
Superman.
Nope.
McDonald's.
it's yeah.
Or Jesus' face.
Yeah.
Which
It's I'm sorry. It's Superman symbol, the cross, and McDonald's, and Batman is the fourth. The bat symbol is the fourth.
Oh, is it the fourth?
Like, it's just Jesus Christ and Superman.
Don't forget about Goku. Dragon Ball.
I don't mean this to be blasphemous. I'm not sure which is more well known and popular. Like, I don't know.
So if you showed me a picture of you and McGregor from episode 3 and then a picture of Superman, I'm supposed to tell you which one of those is our Lord and Savior.
Hey, speaking of One Punch Man and The Incredible Hulk, do you ever watch that video? Did I send you? Fuck you, Joe. I'm done with you. You're dead to me.
Season 2 of...
I know. I
That's
can't
why-
wait.
There's 2
I
episodes.
can't wait.
so far.
It's already out?
2 episodes
There's
out.
2 episodes out
But
on
see, that's
Hulu.
another one of those things. I love One Punch Man, but I'm waiting for the whole thing to come out because I can't fucking
they
do
dubbed?
episodic.
No, it's subbed.
Don't double sub in Bobby's presence.
No sub or dub here. So this is from YK. Did you see YK's comment? He
Who? Yes, I did.
Okay, good,
much
good.
much appreciate it.
Good,
like
good.
it's nice to know someone of a clone somewhere.
Yeah. So he said, "Hey guys, longtime lurker, listener, recent Patreon supporter, driver, and flyer here. With Endgame a week away, there have been leaks of footages believed to be taken.
We
from
retired that joke, sir. Thank you very much.
from a private screening, and obviously social media are flooded with such spoilery content. People have been going ballistic over it. Probably the same people who knowingly clicked and watched the footages, even though they can be avoided with the scroll or a click away to the next page.
Exactly.
I am personally not bothered about spoilers, and it does not spoil, so to speak, my enjoyment of a movie. What do you guys think about spoilers in general? Should we all be adult enough to maneuver ourselves out of a spoilery situation?
I will abstain from this question.
Is the outrage over spoilers necessary? Are the fandoms sometimes too overzealous in protecting the sanctity of being surprised? Love to hear your thoughts. Thank you, YK. So I have learned that a spoiler does absolutely nothing to affect my enjoyment of a film.
Agreed.
In fact, I can have the exact opposite. Like, I spoiled Last Jedi for myself and didn't like what I read. And then I saw it and I was like, I love this. You know, I spoiled episode 7 way ahead, weeks ahead. I don't think it made me enjoy it or not enjoy it any more or less. You know, and sometimes it's the little things, man. Like, I knew that Kylo killed Han way before. Remember, I had to fight not to tell you. Mm-hmm. And then you finally got spoiled, and then I was able to talk to you about it. But, like, that didn't hurt my enjoyment of the film, because you know what I still had? Him catching the lightning bolt and the blaster bolt in the air.
Yeah.
And it's like, that blew my mind, you know? So it's I don't think there's any spoiler out there that's so 100% encompassing that it ruins a movie for me. Yet.
What I don't like is people that, I won't say, I guess maybe viciously, is so for example, the Russo brothers, did you see their post, the letter?
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, on Twitter, somebody posted that video in the comments of their tweet about the letter.
What video?
The leaked footage.
Oh.
And Adam's like, where? What?
Like
Yeah,
that?
there's some video
I have a
from
link
the
to
movie.
Oh, really?
I haven't watched it yet.
Get shit away from me. I have no interest. I
Are
didn't
you
even
talking
watch
about that one little thing where they're like, because he killed all our friends?
And the magic beans. Don't tell me anything.
Exactly.
We've got a fucking week. Let's keep it together, guys.
Yep.
So you're the opposite. You can't.
Yeah, I don't want to. I mean,
I don't even wanna
look,
watch trailers.
I've been spoiled.
want to know.
I've been spoiled on accident because I'll be scrolling my feed and some jackass post something, and I think that's a dick move when there's not a.
Playing me, Russo, don't let me know, 'cause my heart can't take it anymore.
Well, I didn't know there was any leaked footage. I thought you were talking about that one clip that they put out.
Well, you sent, and I've never watched that.
Okay.
I purposely didn't watch it. I'm going into this as probably as blind as I've gone in anything.
Well, I'll leave it off the chat. I didn't know that you were being a giant vagina about it.
I'm not being a giant vagina about it.
It's like, I don't want anything to take away from my
Like, you don't,
experience.
you don't watch trailers.
I
at
don't
all,
even
really.
watch trailers.
But you're
unless
not
it's for
even sure
homework.
if you're going to watch it, Joe.
That's true too, but that's beside the point. I'm not gonna not enjoy a movie because of a trailer, but I mean not trailer, but a spoiler. But I'll 100% enjoy it more without the spoiler, for sure.
The spoilers aren't going to add anything to your experience.
Yeah, it's only gonna take away. I'm still gonna love whatever it is.
That's a fair point.
I'm digging this positive Joe, man.
Yeah, I love him, man.
I'm trying real hard.
Should be your
I
rapper
like
name,
honestly, like
Positive Joe.
I remind myself in the morning when I wake up, and I remind myself at night before I go to bed.
That's good, man.
So I think you just need to. Never mind.
Are you gonna fuck me up? Is that what it is?
No.
Real quick, Paul C. We're going to save for next week, buddies.
Dude, we already have 2 questions on him.
Let's get through this.
What was it? One on the lower.
Okay, all right.
There's
fine,
2.
fine. We'll go through it. It's just so we have diversity. So much. All right, so
Water it down, Paul.
No, diversity is from Esteban.
Esteban said,
okay.
"Hey guys, hope all is well. I have a question about the diversity right in film. I hope Joe is on today because back in December, Marvel announced that a script treatment was in development for Shang-Chi, an Asian superhero, and with such success like Black Panther and Crazy Rich Asians with full ethnic cast. Now the film has a director, and it's a good one. Destin Daniel Cretton, who did the indie film Short Term 12. Can a majority Asian cast bring to theaters what the other 2 films did? And does a Kung Fu Master work in Gen 2 Avenger team? No Hawkeye jokes, fellas."
Sure.
What do you think?
I don't know if a full Asian cast
I'm going to
has
say
to
no.
draw.
I'm going to say no.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to say
I don't
no,
think
and
we
I'll
have to
tell
say-
you. I'll tell you why. Because I don't think, and I don't know. I'm on the outside looking in. I'm first to admit it. I don't know if the Asian community rallies behind Asian shit the same way.
Not the same way. We rally around ourselves in small groups.
Like how well did Joy Luck Club do? I bought it. You got it.
Are you speaking of Asians
America,
globally
Asian,
or
Asian America?
That's
Okay.
that 8th
My
8% Portuguese of him talking. Don't listen to him.
For me to answer this, I'll say that movie with an all Asian cast will is I think maybe targeted towards more of a global audience.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But
Now that's a good point,
Because-
and that would be interesting to see how it does in Asian markets.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 2 billion of us.
in China.
Well, how did Crazy Rich Asians do in
Oh my God.
Asian markets?
Oh my God!
I haven't seen it.
Well, I bought the theatrical poster of it,
I know,
but I was going to go with a postcard. I was like, you know what? For Joe. But I did. I mean, Joy Luck Club is a great fucking movie.
I've never seen it.
I've seen it when I was much younger.
It's fucking great.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
You know, but at the same time, it got a lot of press because it was like the Asian film, like it was
Yeah.
all Asian cast, all you know.
I mean, look, I don't know how to put this.
Just say
Asians, as a culture, or Asian Americans, aren't seen as cool people, like a cool culture. Like
I mean-
the black culture, hip hop culture is cool. You know what I mean?
Yes.
We're not seen that way. We do math.
I might disagree.
And
on
Corners
that.
do it.
Like the kung fu shit though, like the
That's
martial arts.
That's the thing. That's
like
that-
in the import car scene.
that's what we have.
No, I'm serious. I'm serious.
I know it just sounds funny.
It does sound serious, but
The racers.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
I said it. It's
You
my
did.
people. It's my
That's
word.
right.
It's our word.
That's like saying you know, it would be real fucked up to say and then saying that fucked up thing, but I didn't say it.
I just don't think that they.
Caveat.
First of
That's
all, like
fine.
when you say when you talk about like the black community, like when you're saying that statement, I mean you're generally talking about African Americans,
Yeah.
but Asians are not the same.
That's what I'm saying.
Like-
Asian Americans, we don't have.
But what I mean is that like the Chinese don't see themselves as Asian Americans as much as they see themselves as Chinese Americans.
Correct. That's
and
what
the
I'm saying.
same
In
with the
small
Japanese
groups.
and the same with the Koreans.
in our own, we're not one cohesive thing.
Exactly. So I think for that alone, I don't think you'll have the same kind of reaction.
No.
But I do agree with you. It would be interesting to see, especially with an all Chinese cast, Chinese director, et cetera.
I don't know if it's all Chinese
Asian
or
cast.
Asian.
Oh, that's the good.
Which
Good
is
point.
fine.
Good point.
And like I said, that's
about a
what-
Chinese character.
That's what it
though.
comes down to. You fucking want a cool Asian thing, you make it fucking ninjas and.
And I was saying
samurais.
Chinese just had no.
Everybody wins.
Like what?
I don't know if you guys ever look at the box office numbers, but there's been some Chinese made movies lately that have been in the top 10 of the global box office.
Yeah, because
They're making some like Titanfall movie looks badass.
Well, yeah, but
Hong Kong.
It's
Yeah.
not like martial arts movies. There's a war movie.
Yeah.
And I don't know anything about
but they're
it.
not in America.
The poster looks cool.
They're not in America.
Yeah.
I think Asian people make up half like the world's
I'm waiting
population.
on the dub.
But I mean, I'm interested. It'll be cool. I know they casted the Asian person for Cowboy Bebop, which is fucking great.
Real quick, I got a cool story about Esteban. Do you remember? In JCC a million years ago, you had that Cyclops with an X on his face.
Yes.
And you gave it to me because I'd ask you about it.
Yeah.
It's out on my shelf forever. Well, Esteban was looking for that figure.
No
He
kidding.
just read that comic race. Like, I didn't know this figure existed. So I hit him up. I said, "Hey, I've got this." And he's like, "Oh, awesome!" I said, "It's yours," and I mailed it to him. So
That's fucking awesome.
Esteban, I didn't tell you the lineage of this, but
Yeah.
Bobby Skullface touched that toy.
Okay, so let's talk MCU Phase 4. After Endgame, how do you want Phase 4 to be?
This is policy, right?
Do you want the first movie to be a fresh start where the characters are played by the same people for continuity, but no reference is made to the previous phases? Or would you like this phase to be more of a continuation of the previous phases? Or would you even want something more outside the box where it focuses on an entirely different portion of the Marvel Universe and we finally bring them all back together in Phase 7? If the latter, who would you like to focus on? I kind of want to just continue on.
Yeah.
I want to see him continue.
Unless we're going to do like a whole reboot and add in the X-Men.
You know, and
Yeah.
I can see like, and I don't know if he's going to do it or not, but I don't know if he survives this movie. But if Robert Downey Jr. is still involved,
Yeah.
you know, the role he had in Homecoming, where he was there but he wasn't,
Yeah,
really,
yeah,
almost
yeah.
like a Stan Lee kind of vibe. So
Yeah,
I
I'm
could
good
see
with that.
Dude.
I could see them doing the Ironheart with the Iron
Yep,
Man,
yep.
Yeah.
and then he's still around tinkering in the lab or just showing up randomly for continuity's sake.
I'm good
I don't
with-
know if that's something that's.
Because the people are getting old. I don't know if people want to
They
watch
are.
a 60-year-old like Captain America or
de-
60-year-old
they can
Black Widow.
de-age him.
Or
You know?
or a 70-year-old Samuel L. Jackson. Oh,
Well,
wait,
some
we're
characters
already
it's
doing
charming to see their age. You know, like
Scarlet
like-
Witch and Black Widow and
well, maybe not those, but like
Sexist.
take Wolverine for instance, right? If they were to do Wolverine and have like a good run of movies, and then
Yeah.
they did a proper Old Man Logan, and they were
They
able to
did.
bring.
It was great.
No, they didn't, and they were able to bring
Adam was great, right?
It was great.
Yeah.
It was a
And
great.
they were-
I enjoyed the hell of that.
trash, and they were able to bring in old Hawkeye. You know what I'm saying? Like if they bring in a new
See, that would be
Wolverine
fine.
now, and they did 10 years worth of movies of Wolverine,
Gotcha.
and then they were able to do an Old Man Logan, bring in the original
Bring in
Hawkeye,
Jeremy Renner?
exactly.
That would be
Like
cool.
that would be fucking charming.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree with that. So yeah. So we want to keep it going with.
Old Man Hawkeye reminds me of Whistler from Blade. I don't know why. The Chris Christopherson should play that role. But.
So the next question is going to be a quick one, so that's easy. This is from Pool5555 on Patreon. He says, I have seen some crazy deals on Hot Toys lately on BBTS. Anyone picking anything up? I never purchased one before, but all these prices I couldn't resist. Grab Phasma, Finn Trooper combo, and 2 other Trooper combo pack. I feel like
Trying to get rid of those troopers, man.
I feel like you did, Bobby, once Pinkerton got you into it. Not happy about the recent sales tax add-on. God, I wish I had family I could send this stuff to in Oregon.
Oregon.
Yeah, I'm an Oregon guy. What's wrong with me?
Oregon.
Yeah,
Oregon Trail.
Oregon Trail. It's like Lord of the Rings, Oregon. So I haven't, but I did do it for the Hot Toys Prime at the end of last year.
I haven't honestly even looked, but
Chris is ready to be out, just like me.
Well, I don't know where I'm at. Don't question my fluidity.
That HMO Logan Grimnar, they've started showing little previews of it, so that'll be happening.
Cool. I mean, that's goes with the theme of your basement, though.
Yeah,
You know,
One
it's
room.
not out of the place,
So I think we can do this. So Paul C said, sorry about last week's question.
which we just answered.
Yeah, he said this year we'll see the release of both Endgame and Episode 9. Both films are culmination pieces to multi-chapter and multi-arc epics. Both are Disney properties. Both are ensemble pieces that inevitably have at least one character for everyone to love. Both have pretty rabid and loyal fan bases, and both have their detractors. With all those similarities, which film do you think will come out on top? Being that this is all going to be pure speculation, let's assume apples-to-apples comparisons and take out this movie was technically released on a Wednesday, so it had another day to make money.
Oh, you're talking about money overall box office.
What do
take.
you guys think will take the following categories? Better opening weekend sales. All right, so let's do this. Let's just do this rapid fire.
All right.
Better opening weekend sales.
In-game.
In-game.
Yep.
Longer time in the theater.
In-game.
Game.
That I might give to 9. More hate by fanboys. 9.
9.
More love from the normies.
In-game.
In game, I think.
I think so many people are sour on Star Wars because of the dislike
Stuff.
of 8. I think that
I'll say
let me pause right here.
In-game.
This isn't even fair because anything positive in-game, Infinity War was so well received.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Universally.
I'm starting to have some serious concerns about Endgame, though. On a
I mean,
side note.
yeah. I mean, there
That
should be.
fucking toiler
With the Hulk glove.
turned me off.
I did see that. Thanks.
When sorry.
No, I have seen it. But
Oh, okay.
I didn't. Thanks.
I was like, ugh, I don't know.
That's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah, but you got to see it in context. You got, and that was all from that fucking.
Yeah.
And that's funny because I sent it to the dummies chat, and Jisk was like, "Oh, here we go with Marvel creativity. Just make a good guy version." Higher score on Rotten Tomatoes. Endgame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More main character deaths.
Endgame.
Yeah. I don't think that many people are going to die.
I
in
don't,
night.
I don't, well, I don't know how many
Yeah, I
people are
don't-
going to die in Endgame after all said.
Yeah, I don't know either. It might be just one in Endgame.
Or 6.
Or yeah.
Well, if the spoilers, so far the spoilers that were sent to me have all been.
Go for it. It's fine. You're not showing
Oh yeah,
anything.
fuck! What am I doing? I'm a fucking idiot. All right, so I'm gonna say 9. Best conclusion to the current story arc.
Endgame.
9.
9.
I'm going to say 9
Because Endgame
Best
is already
conclusion?
bad.
because I don't think Endgame's really ending. I mean, they're going to roll into something else.
Best.
No, but that's not the answer. The current story arc.
The current story would have been
gonna
the
be
best
9
if
to
it
me.
was fucking Infinity Wars.
Best. Or is it moment to tease the next arc? Endgame.
Yeah.
Endgame.
Endgame, yeah.
Because 9 is done.
Yeah. Because it seems like Knights of the Republic is the next thing happening.
Right.
Everything is pointing that way. Which one will each of you watch more in the theaters? 9.
Well,
9, obviously. I'm definitely watching 9 in the theaters. I'm not watching Endgame in the theaters.
really?
Yep.
And it's going to be hard, too, because Endgame's be 3 hours
3 hours.
long.
That's going to be tough.
To
sit
me,
through
it wouldn't make it.
twice
I mean,
in the theater.
There's
You
only
think-
one movie I've seen in the theater more than I've seen Star Wars movies in the theater, and it was fucking Dark Knight.
You think they can somehow tease Knights of the Republic in 9? With the history,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
To see what episode.
Yeah. Oh, God. Don't do that to me. I can't take that today. I can't take that today. Which one will give you more of the feels when it's all over? You're all old and soft and trash, after all.
9 for me, actually.
9, I
Even though I'm a
think,
bigger
yeah.
Marvel fan than I am Star Wars fan.
Endgame.
And then we have one question from Matt. Shout out to Matt. He said, thanks for the Dante episodes. I love hearing from that cat. Mr. Pinkerton is also a great addition. So here's my question. With the comic book industry taking a huge shit as far as readership goes, what would you fellas do to fix it? With all the comic book movies and shows, you would think readership would be at an all-time high, drop monthlies
People are lazy.
altogether, and go with one-shot trades. Maybe with every movie ticket, you get a free book. I think doing away with the crossovers would be a good start. Maybe create some all-new characters and lore. Stop rebooting. Always keep up the great work. Also, Bobby, let Selena know all daddy snore. That's from a Patreon thing. I think he's kind of answered that
Yeah,
question.
I think those are the
Like,
answers.
Yeah.
Also, like, as a medium, like,
I think
We figured this out 10 years ago.
what was it?
Fucking graphic novels.
Graphic
Yeah,
novels
graphic
only.
novels,
Yeah.
yeah.
That would be helpful. I just read another thing I didn't mention, but I just read the Sheriff of Babylon. Like I finished it,
Yeah.
which I think was releasing. It may not have been. To be fair, it may not have been. But I ingested it as if it were just released as a graphic novel. Completely enjoyed it. Fucking awesome story, captivating characters. Like I got in, I got out. I think that I think the answer is different for the different companies. I think for DC, I think New 52 was the wrong choice. Like I gave it a shot. I gave most of the books a shake. I think it was the wrong choice. I think DC, one of the charms of it is that it relies so much on its lineage. I think with Marvel, they need to chill with the fucking events and start working on more intimate stories. Like the Vision story, intimate story, and it's fucking awesome.
Self-contained.
That Hawkeye shit, intimate story, and it's fucking awesome. Like I want to see more of a focus with that with them because most of their event books that I've read recently haven't been great. Secret Identity or Original Sin, not great. Axis, not great.
Siege.
Siege is pretty good. I'll give Siege. Siege and the Thor one. What was that one called?
No
Fear itself.
Fear. Oh, yeah.
That was good also. But
I don't know. I don't like Thor Hulk. Thought that was kind of goofy.
Axis was trash. Secret Empire was good, but Secret Empire isn't really like this. It's kind of a Captain America story, you know. Like just focus on these smaller stories and build up. Do what you're doing in the fucking movies. You
because
know?
it was not the same management, I don't think.
No, it's not. But still, I mean, that to me is that I think that both are kind of doing the opposite things right. Like I think Marvel is doing like a lot of big stories, and we're not seeing great big stories out of DC, which I feel like we're due for one. And we're getting kind of small, intimate stories with DC, but the rebooting shit, Marvel hasn't been rebooting as much recently. But the fucking, so you know, they're not doing as many intimate stories. Like they're just like they're both like playing hot potato with bad choices.
And just because the intellectual property is interesting to the masses doesn't mean it's going to translate. Like, people like movies. Not everyone's going to like comic books. And comic books might be just a medium that's being moved. Oh, legacy
8-track.
superhero. Legacy superheroes that's been around forever, like that, and comic form might just be moving on.
Maybe
Because like
I'm
a lot
okay
of
with
times
fresh
you
blood.
like
but-
you like the indie books.
Shut your whore mouth,
Yeah, I
Joseph.
do like the indie books, but I think there's still.
I mean, the
there's always-
readership shows.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe people are maybe tired of it, or maybe
Just
just.
saw
But I
those-
mean, Batman
Oh.
books always sell. They're always some of the highest selling books.
But we're talking about like the companies, or comic book industry in general, right?
Right.
I think we're getting in trouble.
All right. I got one last one, rapid fire. All right.
Okay.
All right. From James. James, I'm loving
What up, brother?
we're all loving the fucking rapid fire. Cobra Vipers or Prime Viacon drones?
Cobra Vipers.
I don't even know what that is.
They were the blue helmet, silver face shield, red and blue
No,
suits.
the other ones.
They were like
Generic cars. they all
Oh,
look
that's
the same.
oh yeah. I know. Yeah, Vipers.
worse for your mouth. Captain Crunch or hot pizza?
Captain
Ooh,
Crunch.
Crunch.
Captain Crunch.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. No mouth.
So
noise.
you're talking about the paste.
Yeah, after it's
No,
all cut up and then
I'm
grooves
talking,
in.
I'm,
So-
talking, I'm talking about the pain.
Right.
Yeah,
so,
just
so,
cutting you
so,
up.
so the pain we're all on board
yeah,
with.
yeah.
But you also dislike the paste.
Yeah.
And I kind of enjoy
I
it.
know. You fucking weirdo, man.
Mega Man or Mega Man X?
Mega Man
Mega Man
X.
X.
Mega Man X. You're part of 70s Scooby-Doo. Who's your special guest? Harlem Globetrotters or Batman and Robin?
Batman
and Robin.
I'm going to say Harlem Globetrotters because it's so ridiculous.
Frosting or icing?
What's the
Icing.
difference?
So I say icing, if that's the question.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a taste difference, I'm not sure what it is. But
I thought icing was
want-
thicker.
Oh, like
I want
frosted.
frosting. Yeah,
Like,
I
you
want
got a frosted donut?
No,
Like
like
frosting is?
well,
I don't know the difference.
well, see, so here's the differences I do know. There's like the cream, and then there's like the buttermilk.
there's a buttercream frosting, and then I think.
All right, so there's the
icing's like
buttercream,
pipe
and then
stuff?
there's like the whipped cream.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't like the whipped cream style icing.
I like the solid.
the mass.
Yeah. The mush
what
of
goes on
sugar.
a glazed donut? That's just glaze.
That's
glaze.
glaze.
Yeah.
Okay.
And semen in some sketchy parts of town.
I don't like either. Go on.
IG-88 or Dengar.
I have no idea what that means.
IG-88.
So I would have been Dengar
Yeah.
a week ago. Now I'm IG-88.
See, Dengar's going to stink. You just know that.
Yeah, for sure.
But
Especially
IG-88.
So Dengar is the both bounty
Bug,
hunters.
the bug
IG-88
face.
is the droid, obviously,
Okay.
and then Dengar is the one that has head all wrapped up like half.
yeah, and who wants to know what that smells like under there?
It definitely smells.
It definitely smells.
The Core or GoBots, both GI Joe and Transformer
Oh,
counterparts.
the core. The core is those, the G.I. Joes you can buy at Walmart. You still can buy them. They still make them.
GoBots.
I would say GoBots, just because I have no idea what the core is.
Yeah.
And robots are always cool.
It's a bootleg G.I. Joes they've sold literally for, I think,
Oh, I know
Lanyard
what you're
makes
talking- I know
them.
what
They're
you're
like
talking
$2 still at Walmart.
Yeah.
3 3/4 or 6 inch.
6
inch.
I'm debating that right now in my life, but I'm going to say 6 inch.
Koopa Kids or Bowser Jr. Koopa Kids.
All right. Because I wanted the guy with the shades.
Talk about Roy. The fat one. Cyclops and Havoc or Starfire and Blackfire?
Cyclops and Havoc.
Yeah.
I don't even know who Blackfire is.
I don't know either.
A Black Starfire.
All you can eat crab or shrimp? Crab.
Crab.
Shrimp. Sorry, guys.
That's because he's from
Alabama.
Minnesota. Damian Wayne or Tim Drake? Tim
Tim Drake.
Wait. Oh, I thought it said Damian Wayans.
I actually enjoy
As in
it.
the Wayans brothers.
I actually, no bullshit.
pick
I
that
thought,
one.
that's what I
Damon
thought-
Wayne.
that's what I thought you said as
Damien.
well.
Yeah. Damien Wayne.
Damian
Or
Wayne.
down dirty even.
Like his brother, Keenan. Damian Wayne or Tim Drake?
I said Damien.
Okay. Spider-Gwen or the Spoiler?
Who's the spoiler?
She was like Robin for...
Yeah.
I'll say Spider-Gwen.
Spider-Gwen.
I'll
Just
say
'cause I know who Spider-Gwen-
I'll say Spider-Gwen because spoiler irritated me, and I was actually happy when
she
Black Mask
died.
killed her.
Yeah.
And when
Spoiler.
so she
Spoiler.
sorry, she became Robin, and Black Mask killed her, and then Joker fucked Black Mask up. It's the only reason why they actually won was Joker fucked Black Mask up, and he was like, "You stole my favorite things," and he was like, "What?" He's like, "Killing Robins."
But didn't she not die or some shit?
They
Of
brought her
course,
back
it's
in New
fucking-
52.
Yeah.
Fucking.
I got a spoiler. I actually like that era of Batman.
The Super Fam or the Bat Fam?
Super fan.
Bat fam.
So the Bat Fam, but it's
Bat
not
Fam-
an easy choice for me.
Well, the Bat Fam now is so many.
It's so big. I
It's
prefer.
getting too big for me.
I agree.
Yeah, it's too much.
It's too much. It's time to start having some losses.
Yeah. Too,
Batman
that-
Inc.
too much. It's
But that-
too much for a loner.
But
Yeah.
that gives them the space to have losses.
Oh, so that's an interesting conversation. Real quick,
Build to.
who do we kill? I got two right off the top of my head. Even though I like one of them, he's got to go. Even though I like a few. Actually, you know what? I could do away with most of them. Get Damien out of here.
Batwing. Actually, Damien was my first choice. But I felt guilty.
See? Get him out of here.
I did. It's like, we've already killed his parents.
Lose his parents, lose his son. Get him out of here.
So Batwing, get out of here.
Get him out of here.
Yeah, we don't need him.
We don't need him. Batwoman, get her out of
Yep,
here.
don't need a
I like
Batwoman.
Batwoman.
I like her,
Yeah.
but don't need her.
I'd rather keep Batwoman than Batgirl.
You can kill Jason again, but even though I like the Red Hood thing,
You can kill him again.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
you gotta have Dick around.
So
Yeah, you do.
because
Don't be having knee pads in it.
he's got to have that animosity with Batman.
Keeps all the
Just need-
ladies
no,
in check.
you can't kill Dick,
Yeah.
so to speak.
Barbara, cripple her again. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm even okay if you kill her.
Really?
Yeah, don't get me wrong.
I like Oracle.
I
Better
love
than
Oracle, but
yeah.
I don't know if I want to see Oracle done twice. You know what I mean? Like, I'm okay.
How do they bring her? How do they repair her?
I don't even know. And people have told me, which all that does is let me know is the story's dumb.
Yeah. What about Alfred? Is this time?
No, I can't do
He's
it.
fucking soft.
Like, I know.
You're
I'm
fucking
soft. I'm
soft.
soft. I can't do it. I'm okay if you kill Lucius. It would hurt, but like
well, you
I think
can't kill Lucius and his son.
I agree. I'm okay if you kill Lucius and save and keep his son.
All right.
Because I think there's lineage there. I like lineage.
Spoiler,
And-
you can get rid of.
Spoiler, yeah, get the fuck out of here.
You're done.
But the thing with Lucius is, like, I think, and I'm not just saying this because I don't like the characters. I'm also saying this because I think it's important for Batman to continuously feel loss. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, it's important for him
That's
to
what drives the
lose.
character.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it haunts him. And the more haunted he is, the more fucked up he gets, and the more interesting the stories become. Right now, he's no wonder he doesn't seem too bad a shape. He's going home, he's kicking it with fucking, it's like Skullfest every fucking day at his house.
There's 70 fucking people there.
Next question.
All right. Robotech or Macross?
Fucking Macross, you fuck.
I mean, I'll just say the white American thing isn't it all the same shit. I know it's not, and I don't know. I don't.
Christ.
I don't know.
What's the name of
You're gonna
the-
trigger me. I'm trying to be positive, motherfucker.
I like to go with Harmony Gold. Harmony Gold is my choice.
I like Gundams at the
Because
same
they had
time.
the rights.
they had the
right?
rights.
Yeah,
Exactly. That's why I was like, why would you do this, Bobby?
I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Voltron? Is it Voltron?
Whipped cream or Cool Whip?
Whipped cream.
Whipped cream.
It depends on the application.
Dude,
I agree.
the spraying, man.
But if you're dipping strawberries into it, it's cool.
Which horror film are you a character protagonist in? Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street?
Nightmare on Elm
Friday the
Street.
13th.
Nightmare. I agree with your choice, but I'm
Definitely having nightmares.
Yeah.
I'll say Friday the 13th.
More treacherous, but I don't feel like it's spelled that way. The word I'm thinking.
Treasonous.
No, it could be that
Let
too,
me see.
though.
It's traitorous.
Yeah,
As in
Starscream or Destro? Starscream.
Starscream.
Yeah.
Before.
Oh, who?
Destro's just a businessman.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true.
Take
care of business.
Yeah.
Gonna get a
I
business.
think you kind of
Starscream also wants you to win.
yeah, but see the thing about Starscream is
Making you
is
better.
I think he's more deceptive, for
Conniving.
lack of a better term, about his intentions. Where Destro, you kind of know. I mean, you know Starscream's out for himself, but he'll lie about it. You know, I feel like Destro, like you said,
I mean,
is-
you gotta think. Why is the arms dealer hanging out with this crazy guy? Like, what's the motivation there? All those shiny faces.
Bebop and Rocksteady or Toka and Razor.
Oh,
that hurts.
I got to go with Bebop.
Bebop.
I'm going with
Rocksteady.
Bebop and Rocksteady
Bebop
as
and
well,
Rocksteady.
but that one hurts. That was not an easy choice for me. Hungry Eyes or I've had the time of my life.
Oh. Time of my life.
Time of my life.
The time of my
Yeah,
life.
dude.
I'm going with Hungry Eyes.
Really?
Yeah.
You just don't want to be with
Nope.
part of the
Nope.
team.
Where's
No,
she's
I-
like the
I-
win though? I mean,
So I would take She's Like the Wind.
Wow, yeah.
I know why, but
You see, and I have documented evidence
Yeah.
that I would take She's Like the Wind over that
Yeah.
shit. And then he says, "What? You've seen Dirty Dancing? You're old, soft, and trash." The second person hit us with that. Mara Jade or Asajj Ventress?
I'm saying Asajj.
I'm saying Asajj.
Yeah, I don't have any visual connection to Mara Jade.
Same.
I don't really. Either.
Old Yeller or Bambi?
Oh, yellow.
Old Yeller.
Dude, both that shit. They're both. Old.
Oh, Wish You Cried More?
Wait,
Old
no,
Yeller,
well, say,
for
if,
sure.
so if it's What You Cried More, it's
Yeah.
Old Yeller, but
Yeah,
I
for
prefer
sure.
Bambi over Old Yeller as a film.
I can't remember. They both fucking
I'd
suck.
rather
They
watch
fucked me
No.
up. They showed it to me
Yeah,
in
they
5th
suck.
grade. I had no idea. I was a fucking foreign kid. I didn't even know all the English. I just know that they fucking killed a dog at the end.
Patrick Swayze or Kurt Russell? Kurt Russell.
In one regards.
Wait. Patrick Swayze.
Roadhouse.
No, not for me. It's
Snake Plissken.
If you look at the body of work, it's definitely going to be.
Oh yeah. Kurt Russell's.
Big Trouble in Little China. Is
Ego?
what does it for me.
Oh shit. Oh yeah. Ghost. You're right.
Overboard.
Ghost.
See, that's the thing. No Limit or Cash Money.
Cash Money all day long. I ride or
I'm
die.
going No Limit. And
Cash Money's taken over for the 99 and the 2000. Though.
That's true. And Cash Money definitely had a more successful career.
There is a Juvenile and Baby have a song out right now. It's actually,
I know. I haven't heard the song, but I heard Baby in an interview on Rap Radar.
At the end of it, did he say, "Is we finished or is we done?"
Dude, classic. Dude, is you hungry or is you needing to eat? So I say No Limit because there's this one song, just as a heads up to everybody out there, like No Limit it all sounds like music that shouldn't exist. But there is this song out there, if you look for it, it's this one song that cuts through all of it, and it has all this merit and heart and fucking everything in it. It's called Live Me Long by Fiend, and it's fucking amazing. Great piano played on it and everything. Like, it's like this real piece of music in this like trashy. More Swole, Trent Reznor or Carrot Top?
Oh,
Carrot Top,
I think Carrot
bro.
Top, man.
It's gotta be Carrot
Carrot
Top.
Top is floating out.
But I think Trent Reznor will fuck him up.
that's true.
I don't know, man.
There's a lot of
I don't know. There's a lot of pent up
Yeah, but
rage in Carrot Top.
Yeah, you know
there's
what?
rage, but there's pain.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know, man.
And
Because Carrot Top would be seeing every bully had ever existed.
but yes, because Trent is still going strong. Like Carrot Top is still living his fucking infamy
Yeah.
to this day.
Trent has 45 years of dissatisfaction, though.
No.
I think he's well adjusted now.
Well,
Yeah, he's got a big pile of money because
Legion
of
of
all
Doom.
that.
Huh?
Then I think he'd beat up the Legion of Doom afterwards.
Probably.
Tacos or burritos?
Burritos.
Ooh.
It's easier to eat.
Yeah, well,
That's what I'm-
That is
100,000.
true. That is true. But I've had some really
I don't know.
good
Bobby
tacos.
just has meat and cheese on his, but
I've had some really good tacos.
I actually put other things on my burrito.
Dude, I can't have a taco
Chipotle,
without cilantro and lime.
I mean, that's not
Like a
all
street, like
that
a, yeah,
stuff,
like a street taco. Yeah,
I'm going to go tacos.
One bad night with close friends or one good night with strangers?
Bad night with close
Bad
friends.
night.
Bad night.
Yeah.
I don't understand that one.
So, like, one night that goes wrong, fucked up night, but you're with close friends.
Yeah.
Like,
Why would you want to have a great night with strangers? Like, dude, I would tell you these fucking great night I had with these fucking strangers.
you know why? Honestly, because when I read the question in my mind, I'm like, I want to be there for them on the bad night. In my mind, like, both have to happen. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be there with them and fight my way through it with them on one night, then have a great time with a bunch of people I don't know. I'm up for having a great time with a bunch of people I don't know.
Yeah, you can go to a bar or whatever and just meet up a bunch of randos and have a good time.
Yeah, or like at a con.
Yeah.
You know. And this motherfucker, dude. James. So let me say this. A lot of people say shit like, hey man, when we meet, I'm gonna buy you a drink or I'm gonna buy you guys a round or whatever because we enjoy the content or whatever. And I said that's not necessary. You know, we'll take turns buying rounds, whatever. Nope. James, you buy us a fucking round. You're buying us at least one fucking round, and I'm drinking expensive.
Bottled wine.
48 hours or Lethal Weapon.
Oh, fuck you. Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon.
48 hours. It's a superior movie.
Wasn't that-
I told Gary about because I met back up with him and I told him about our conversation and I was like, dude, and they were all on board. Beverly Hills Cop is better than 48 Hours. And then he was like, oh, they're all fucking out of their mind. You know, we're going on. Gary will be here at episode 200 supposedly. And then
Cool.
and then I was like, and then we got into the Lethal Weapon 48 Hours. He's like, they chose Lethal Weapon. He's like, oh, well then now their Beverly Hills shit is obviously out of there. You can't even take that opinion seriously. You know. So that's it. Thank you. Notice a long show. Shout out to the rest of the Cool Table, Shattercast, Uncut, Into the Realm, Beer and Bolters, 40K, 30K, 20K, Plastic Fanatics, Stasis Lock, Toy Detox, 8 weeks is not a thing. Verbally Challenged, Building Up to It, Fresh Communication, and Breaking the Mold. Shout out to the rest of the Nerd Rage team. Raul on Instagram. Both fill us, whether they be Maryland or Black. Or Cambodian. Shout out to Dante. We'll be seeing him on in-game night. Same as Raul. And shout out to Manny. I talked to him today. He's actually doing some... Yeah. He's looking into some other technology for us. So shout out to all those fellas. And with that, we are done.
Great tits.
Flappy Labius.
Sweaty taint.
Tight dick player.